Welcome to Angry Old Dudes, episode 15. I'm Q.
I'm Brandon.
Brandon's in a grumpy mood today and may or may not have a heart attack before we are finished.
And I'm Michaela!
Also joining us today is Michaela.
You clipped the shit out of the microphone.
Me or her?
Her.
Okay.
It's okay.
Anyways, let's get to
hear her introduce herself with, like, Wookiee talk.
I hope it scares the crap out of everyone.
Let's get into the schedule and get through it.
That's what it's going to sound like.
That's what it looks like on your screen.
Yeah, I clipped the shit out of it, too.
I'm way more intimidating that
Let's get through the schedule.
Yeah.
Since you were so nice to prepare ourselves and put it on a calendar.
Yeah, I actually made, like, a real calendar instead of writing it on paper over and fucking over again.
Makes sense.
It makes so much sense.
That's ambition for you.
Now I just gotta work out the logistics of fucking looking at it. All right.
Dead air. Listen to the hoods. I'll buy you a Sprite. Dude, I just kicked your Sprite 2 liter. I told you every time I see Sprite, it's the only thing I think
Don't
about.
touch my soda.
Okay.
Prick.
Don't fucking fight. Let's party tonight.
Yeah. Okay. Coming up, the next show we have coming up is Halloween night. Here's to the Heroes. Halloween party, house party, show, psychotic, Project X, calamity. That's pretty much what happens. That is Here's to the Heroes actually playing?
I'm not sure. I haven't talked to Corey in a couple weeks, and
They haven't been a band in like a decade.
Well, they haven't been a band since last year.
Yeah.
And they didn't actually get a play last year because the cops came.
Okay, well, Here's the Heroes may or may not play. Reap and Sow, formerly known as Endeavor, great band.
Oh, they're playing?
Yes,
Yeah,
they
that's
are.
why we're going. You're going. At least for that 20 minutes.
How about you just tape it for me?
Okay.
Tell my boy I said hi.
Locals, Dead Set, Into the Skies, Allies Aside, 2 Seconds Too Late, and Ocean Grid. You can't see any of this, can you?
Nope.
I'm doing the calendar from now on.
I mean, you can say something and then I'll go with it a little.
Cool. November 3rd, that is Chip Teeth, Turncoat, By Force, Trespassers, Hunters, Chase, and Mind Flare.
Show's $7 at RDK.
Good addition. Friday, November 6th, that's The Plot and You, Denialist, Ocean Grid, 7 Years Dead, and Juggernaut at the Thompson House.
$12 pre-sale, $15 at the door.
Also that night at Bogarts is Everclear and some openers whose names we don't know.
Playing the 20th anniversary of Sparkle and Fade, which is the very first Everclear album.
Also, super fuck everything Everclear's ever done.
What?
What an awful band.
Fuck off.
God, I hate Everclear.
Get the fuck out of here.
Let me make something clear to you. If Everclear is on one channel of the radio and Pearl Jam's on the other, I'll listen to Pearl Jam.
Fuck you. If Everclear would have wrote Mother of Mine instead of Father of Mine, they'd be your favorite band ever.
Nope, terrible band. Let's see. The following night in a barn in Kentucky. That is the last show Apex will ever play. Ever. That is the end of
I don't
Apex.
believe it.
Ever.
We're gonna psych it up that big so when they come back for anything, we can fucking call them out.
Ever.
Also, The Earth Laid Bare, Juggernaut, Dead Friends, Monarch, and Underestimate with an umlaut.
Gay.
Shut up. The next
There will be
night.
no homophobic slurs
That
during
is
the broadcast.
Sunday, November 8th. Shut the fuck up.
Whoa.
Cross Me, Stone, Iron Oath, Push Off. I forgot the only band. Bonehead. I believe that show's $8. It's at RDK.
Also that night at Rake's End, a band on tour, To Paint with Fire, May Prevail, Into the Skies, and From Another Planet. I was asked to play that, but Rake's does not have a sufficient PA system, so I turned it down so they can enjoy.
I've only done 2 shows at Rakes and we used our systems.
It would be really... they're going to not like it here, but oh well.
It was From Another Planet. Are they a local?
Yeah.
Okay. I've been seeing them lately.
I forgot that I could move my magic trackpad to my lap. I don't have to reach over anymore.
Because you're a lazy fuck.
Yep. God damn it. Friday,
the
November
whole reason I wanted Michaela here today.
Friday, November 13th, Andrew McMahon of Something Corporate and Jack's Mannequin at Bogarts. Again, locals, who the fuck knows?
I don't think it's locals. It says something about new politics and Into the Wilderness, but I thought that was maybe like his subtitle to his new record or something.
Gotcha. Tuesday, November 17th, Borrowed Spirit, New Heart, Seeing Red, and Homebound.
At RDK, I believe it's a $6 show.
The next night, Wednesday, November 18th, that is Between the Buried and Me, Enslaved, Intronaut, and The Native Construct at Bogarts.
That show is a lot of money.
Lots of money.
Lots of undeserving money.
Next night, also at Bogarts, Dance Gavin Dance, Slaves, and A Lot Like Birds.
If that show's more than $1, it's a lot of unneeded money.
Yes. The next night, Friday, November 20th, we have Koji, Gray Gordon, and Eugenius.
Genius.
It's
At RDK, I think it's $8 or $10.
Awesome. That same night, not that it's going to compete with your show in the slightest, that same night, Parkway Drive, Miss May I, Thy Art is Murder, and In Heart's Wake at Bogarts. That is like 3 Australian bands, isn't it?
Yeah, 3 Australian bands and 1 Dayton band.
Yeah.
Dayton's kind of like Australia.
The next night, because this is, well, Miss May I was in really good with that one awful Australian metalcore band that everyone liked.
I Killed the Prom Queen? Carpathian?
No.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Like Chugcore, new school metalcore that everyone liked.
No clue.
One of the kids in Ludlow Falls actually did lights for him. Everybody liked him, and their singer's awful.
I have no idea who you're talking about.
All right, cool. Never fucking mind then. The next night, because we've got like 12 shows in a row here, that is Saturday, November 21st. We have Cincy Power Fest featuring Automaton and Stagecoach Inferno and a bunch of other power metal bands at the backstage. Are you knocking shit over? All right, I'll edit that out. Same night, Saturday, November 21st, at Rockstar Pro in Dayton, we have Believe, Hunter's Chase EP release, Plagues EP release, Juggernaut, and Hearts Like Shadows. That show is money. Let's see.
I don't know what that means.
It cost money.
It's money. I don't know how much.
If you buy a pre-sale, I'm sure it's under $10.
Probably. Saturday, November 28th, we have the Misfits at
Thompson House.
Cool. Also, I don't know where the fuck it is.
And then we have the Queers of the Dopamines at the Northside Yacht Club. If you get a pre-sale, that show's actually pretty cheap. It's only $8.
Keep in mind that if you go to the Northside Yacht Club and you're an old fan of the band, you need to actually buy a ticket and not be too cool for pre-sale tickets, or else you'll be standing outside drinking PBR and bitching about how you didn't get to see this awesome band that you let sleep on your couch 15 years ago.
Mayor's a punk.
Yeah. Because people cried about the fucking Leftover Crack show. Also that night, Reliant K at Bogarts. No other details seem to be given on that. Thursday, December 3rd, at Bogarts, we have August Burns Red, Every Time I Die, Stick to Your Guns, Polyphia, and Wage War. I will be there.
Also on December 3rd at RDK,
We
have
cares.
Incited, Mind Flare, Head Rush, plus more. That show will be $6 compared to the $41 ABR show. There's my counterpart believes that $41 is a reasonable price to play for August Burns Red and Every Time I Die.
No, I don't want to pay that, but that could be worse. And by the way, you said it was 28, and then you
I
changed
said
it to
32
41.
or 41. There's 2 different websites saying which one.
Okay. Well, I suppose we'll see. If it's over $30, I might not go because that's not worth it.
Okay.
$30 is fair.
I'm just thinking.
You're just thinking that you should be able to walk into anything for free anyway, which is funny because you want bands to get paid and you want them to survive on tour.
Okay, but bands like that don't.
They have bills too.
Okay, but
they have
not
road
really.
crews to pay.
No.
Guarantees pay for gas on buses.
Okay, but a guarantee for a Live Nation, the reason that $20 of every ticket.
Live Nation's totally fucking
$20 of
people.
every ticket, which would be a reasonable price for that tour, is paying for the band. But when you get to a main promoter like that, $20 of that ticket is going to the tour package, and $12 to $15 of every ticket is going to the company.
What do you think that tour is going to go through for the fucking Thompson House or something?
I mean, yeah, it could go through the Thompson House.
It's not big enough.
That show's not going to do more than 600 kids at Bogarts. There's no fucking way.
Hey, do you think you could fit 600 people in the Thompson House?
656 is max cap in that
Max
room.
cap implies that no one's breathing.
No, it's still max cap.
Okay, what's max cap at Bogarts?
1,500.
Okay. Do you know how many people it takes to look full in there?
About 1,000.
Maybe. What was it the last Every Time I Die show?
I don't know, but
With
it
all
didn't
those
look
shit
very
bands.
full. Didn't look very full. I think that show did like 400.
I don't know. Looked pretty good to me.
I mean, you got to think of that 1,500, 350 of that 1,500 is upstairs.
Okay. The upstairs is open? I didn't know it was open.
Yeah, for big shows like that, because downstairs is technically max caps at 1,150,
Gotcha.
and they open up when they open up the upstairs, it bumps up to 1,500.
Okay. Saturday, December 5th is the Heavy Band Showcase because Q is not good with titles.
Not good with titles. That's featuring Grim State, Crewneck, Planetary Cataclysm. Almost said Cannibalism. Homebound.
Dope.
Dead Set. Hunter's Chase. Eternal Void. Hearts Like Shadows. That show is $5.
$5 for all that music.
For all that music that Brandon hates.
And cannibals.
And apparently
cannibals.
cannibals. Let's see. December 11th at
Backstage Cafe.
Backstage Cafe is almost all those bands. Hunter's Chase, Underestimate, Planetary Cataclysm, Hearts Like Shadows, and Two Punch Gun.
That show's $8 for 5 bands.
You really want to rub that part in, don't you?
I mean, if McClanahan listens to this, we've already had that talk, so.
Okay. Tuesday, December 15th at what probably is Bogarts.
Yeah, it's at Bogarts.
Silverstein, Census Fail, 100th, and Capsize.
Jordan Willis is stoked about that show. Can we talk about Jordan Willis for a second?
Who the fuck is Jordan Willis?
You don't know Jordan Willis? Friends on Facebook. He's like,
see the guy in the Damnation Alley page is always like emailing bands and being like, dude, I had a bad day. Can we fist bump at the show?
exactly, yeah.
Who gives a fuck?
If you ever met the kid, you'd understand.
I haven't.
But if you ever met the kid, he's literally like what we talked about last week when we were like, man, don't freak out about meeting people. It like literally is the one thing that brightens his day. And he literally like cares about the music. He literally like goes out and buys a record and sits at home and reads the lyrics and literally does everything that kids did 20 years ago, but is still doing it.
How old is this person?
I think he's my age.
Gotcha. Let's see. Friday, December
Whoa.
Friday, December 18th, the Academy is playing a 10-year anniversary of some album that sucks dick. Nobody cares.
God, I was trying to leave that out for
Look,
that
dude.
whole reason.
Look,
What? You just said nobody cares.
we're reporting what's happening in our city because there's somebody who listens to our show who likes the Academy is and should stop listening to
I
our
like
show.
the Academy is.
You don't even know who the fuck they are.
I was really trying to
Wait,
keep
they
a
shouldn't
straight
stop
face.
listening to our show. They should stop listening to the Academy is. Get your fucking shit straight.
All right.
Unless you know that individual person that
You're
you
making
want to
this take
stop.
so
That's
long.
fine.
Shut up.
Done 3 years worth of music.
This is only till the middle of December. It's the following night, Saturday, December 19th, that is the Ugly Sweater Party at the 86, formerly 86 Club. With Glass World, My Band, We Are As Ronin, 7 Years Dead, and The Color of Amber. Wear an ugly sweater.
Brandon's gonna wear a slutty ugly sweater.
I am not doing that.
Y'all gonna look a bunch like Bill Cosby.
Yeah, we're all going to look like Cosby's.
I'm gonna make pudding pops.
Yeah.
Are y'all gonna bring roofies to
I was
the
going to
party?
say, is it
Yeah.
going to be roofie pops?
I can't tell you that, then you won't eat it.
Yeah, well, I'm probably not eating that anyway. Okay, how was your stupid day?
It sucked, but we'll get into it later. Because
But
This is that's
I
what
know,
this
but
segment
there's
is.
like,
Like, this
it's
is
a
what we do.
frustrating thing that I was just gonna talk about.
This is what we do in this part of
Fine,
the show.
okay, so
This is
Oh,
what
wait,
we
is
do.
it going to be a big long topic?
yeah, that's why I'm not
Okay,
trying
fine.
to get into it yet.
Fine. We'll put a fucking pin in your shitty day and deal with it later. What did you listen to on your shitty day?
No bragging rights. I'm about to go listen to Hoods.
Because I had Sprite.
Because you have Sprite.
All right.
I tried to check out a couple local bands that I never listened to before. I listened to a bunch of Parkway Drive, actually.
Your record?
I don't know. They were just like random Parkway Drive videos that people shared on Facebook. So like, I don't know their records very well.
Were there breakdowns in it?
Yes.
Then it was old.
Okay.
Because
The
that
song's called Crushed. I just was listening to that earlier. It says it's new, but it totally opens with a breakdown. So
Well, then it's probably... Well, there is the one song on the new record.
yeah, does it open with a breakdown?
Maybe.
I don't know, but I don't know. Other than that, I listen to mainly stuff to help me get me through, like stuff that you hate, like the Front Bottoms and Terror and H2O, and I listened to 16 separate remixes of the X-Men cartoon theme song. That
The
was
things
fun.
that you listen to when you're sad to make you happy are the things that would make me like fucking eat a shotgun shell.
All that shit makes me happy.
Why would you eat the shot?
Shut up.
I listened to You Bitch and Whine for about a half an hour today.
Amen. Preach.
I tried to listen to that new Taylor Swift record.
1989.
Is that new?
That's not new.
It's not new.
It's a couple years or a couple months old.
Okay,
I
well,
fixed
it's
it.
newer.
It's newer.
I tried to listen to it. I think it would sound better if she sang with a cock down her throat, but that's just me. I really hate her voice.
Ryan Adams made an entire remake of that
I
album.
think we talked about this on a past episode, or maybe we just talked about it.
Yeah, he like remade it as if Springsteen wrote the record.
Okay.
It's kind of interesting and kind of really super weird.
I don't know. I'm not saying she's a bad singer. I just
I'm saying she's a bad
don't
singer.
like her voice.
She just sings out of her throat, and it's really annoying. As pop music, I wish that they would just get somebody else to sing it, because it's great pop music. Like, if you're just gonna listen to, like poppy bullshit with the same song rewritten to other famous pop stars' tunes, then it's great.
I actually enjoy the last Miley Cyrus record more than I
That
enjoy.
didn't make any fucking sense. Miley Cyrus and her Dead Animals or whatever. That's the most recent album.
Oh, no, the one before that with
So
Wrecking
if you
Ball
listened
and
to
I
that
Adore
and
You
you were like,
and all that stuff.
You were like, I loved it. I would have been like, you.
I didn't love it. I'm just saying I like it more than this Taylor Swift record.
See, here's the weird thing is that because Miley Cyrus is just putting out goofy, trippy, like ecstasy-induced, like hip hop white girl shit, she can just pump out albums in 20 minutes. I'm pretty sure the last one is just some like mixtape gone
it's
wrong.
crazy. It's bonkers. It doesn't
I'm
make
sure it's still better than the Taylor Swift record I listened to today.
any sense.
I've been listening to Lil Dicky almost every day.
That's good.
I don't listen to Little Dicky every day.
No, you see Lil Dicky every day. Are you still trying to figure out what Parkway Drive song I listened to?
No, he's just playing on the internet.
No. Well, Michaela, what did you listen and do today?
No, we're not doing the do part yet because you don't want to talk about that right now.
No, that was just for me.
That's stupid. We're going to do it all at the same time. Taking over your podcast.
We've been invaded by vagina.
You haven't been able to prove that.
I don't want to ever know.
I was forced to listen to Survivor podcast and Christmas music.
Like the show or the song by
Like-
Destiny's Child?
Like the show.
Or the band.
Or the band?
the show.
Okay.
My boss listens to Survivor and Big Brother podcast all day at work, and his speakers are really loud and they're right next to me. And so I'm forced to listen to everything that's going on in Survivor. Crazy. And then
So wait, what's the podcast? They just recap what you watched on the show?
yeah, and then they talk about like the teams and who they think is going to win, and they bring on old Survivor contestants and get their opinions and all this crazy stuff. I don't know. It's called Rob's podcast, or Rob has a podcast. And he does Big Brother and Survivor. I think he was on one of the shows and then became like podcast famous. I don't know. And then I listen to Christmas music because Don's been listening to Christmas music since the beginning of October.
It's not even Halloween yet.
I would lose my mind.
And then he tells me about all those singers, and he's like, I absolutely hate this person. I was like, why are we listening to this?
The
And he's like,
Carpenters.
I don't know.
I absolutely hate the Carpenters Christmas record.
Yeah.
There's like a radio station that's dedicated to nothing but Christmas music all year round,
Yeah, like 98.3 or something.
Sadist.
and that's what he listens to.
Motherfucking sadist.
Real quick, let me throw in there. I want to give a shout out to our buddy Jay Armstrong. Started a podcast 3 weeks ago, and I just found it today. But maybe he can come over here and tell us how to get our shit on iTunes because his shit's only 3 weeks old and it's already on iTunes.
Dude, fuck that. Like, do people pay money?
I don't know.
Do
Probably.
they pay for a streaming like hosting
Yeah, I
service
think
that puts
so.
on? Yeah, fuck that.
Okay.
No, we're going fuck iTunes. No, we're not even going to do it. Seriously, let's keep our shit on YouTube. There will be no limits. It'll be free. Fucking, you're all about the old school hardcore ethos and DIY bullshit. So fuck it. It's staying on YouTube. And anybody who wants to bitch at me that it's not on fucking iTunes
We were
can
really
eat my dick.
DIY. We'd record and listen to everything we say, then we'd write it down on paper, and then we'd send it out snail mail to everyone we know.
God damn it.
I'm just kidding.
Stop
Not
it.
all mail is snail
There
mail.
he goes. I knew that was coming.
I'm just playing anyways. Just keep going. Were you finished?
Yeah, that's all I listen to.
But you're not going to tell us what you did today?
No, because I'm waiting until.
Mine is a topic for later.
Just fucking.
Just tell us what you did today.
How was your day?
How was my day? My day was suck.
I don't know why, but I really envisioned you like freestyling, like it to an Eminem beat. Like, my day is da da da, and my day is
That would have been really
da-da-da.
dope. I should have done that instead.
Happens inside your head.
Mine?
Yes.
I've recently
Under that
been.
retarded haircut, there's just chaos.
Fuck you, it's not retarded. It's 90s.
I've recently been doing this sessions thing where I bring in local bands and we record an acoustic set.
Did you bring in a local band today?
I do it on Mondays, but I'm booking for every Monday until the foreseeable future. And we released our first video on Tuesday. And then all these bands were like, hey, I want to be on your show. When can that happen? And it's just craziness trying to deal with all of the people that want to be on this now and do my regular job and do everything else that everyone needs me to do. So it's pretty bonkers. By the way, if you want to be on CincyUnderground.com, get a hold of me. You can find me on Facebook through Brandon or Q, I'm sure. Or you can just go to CincyUnderground.com and find me there. Super easy.
Yup.
It'll be great. You can come hang out in the studio.
Smoke weed every day.
Smoke weed every day. 420. Blazed. Okay, I'm done with all of my weed stuff.
Okay. Well, Brandon, what did you do today, and how was the Dan Levitard podcast today?
They brought on Spike Lee, and Spike Lee was a chotch bag. And
Was it Chotch Bag?
Yeah.
Don't
What
you
is
like
it?
his movies?
I don't give a fuck about Spike Lee.
What's a chotch bag?
It's just
No, what is it like? What does that mean?
you're being tchotchke. It's I don't know.
What does that mean?
Q, explain it.
I'm not explaining it because my definition was always told I was wrong because I always considered a Chotch Bag a Russian douchebag.
Okay, Google.
Fucking serious.
What's a chotch bag?
It's not going to understand what you're
It
saying.
definitely did.
Okay, Google literally searches Google for you.
Chotch bag Urban Dictionary.
Fine, give me the Urban Dictionary
A
definition.
complete asshole, usually a male that tries to look cool but is a complete douche cock.
So a jobber.
It's essentially douchebag. It's just a lame dude. It's a
A
chotch
private
bag.
school male. One who pops their collar and wears two polos at the same time. Why don't you go finger yourself, chotch bag? You guys should do a word of the day.
Yeah, seriously. We actually, now that I think about it, we should hit random on Urban Dictionary once per podcast.
One who doesn't know the difference between there and there.
So basically, a chotch bag is normally like a egotistical kind of loudmouth frat boy asshole.
I don't think you.
Chad Kroger is a chotch bag.
I don't think
See, perfect.
I don't think you can call Spike Lee a Chotch Bag though, because that's racist.
No. Okay, he's a fucking dickhead. Whatever.
Okay.
They're like, hey, what's
No, you can't hate on him. He's black.
What's your favorite like piece of work? Like of all of your like esteemed movies, like what are you most proud of? He goes, well, I'm most proud of my entire body of work. Fuck you, you fucking asshole. They just wanted to know which one of your movies you look back on and are the most proud
He Got
of.
Game is his best movie. That
Fuck him.
soundtrack's killer too because it's Public Enemy.
Fuck everybody who looks like him. Anyway, I listened to some ABR because I felt like it,
Ray.
and not much else. And it was a really slow day, just working on some odds and ends, and we got some parts in. And my you were boring actually. I didn't do a whole lot at work. Nothing interesting happened.
Was it nice?
That was all right.
Okay.
I was kind of tired. I was tired because fucking Katie slept over last night and her alarm went off 10 times between 7:30 and 9:30, and she just kept hitting snooze.
I mean, that's what I do. That's why I don't sleep here ever.
But she, a guest in our house, didn't let me sleep for 2 fucking hours. I was very upset.
I don't understand how that would wake you up because on early show days where I have to come get you at like 12 or earlier, I bang on your window for 50 minutes and you don't wake up. And then you finally wake up and come outside and flick me off and then go back to bed.
Her alarm is the same as my alarm.
Oh, okay.
It's the default alarm on the iPhone.
Okay.
And I kept waking up and I thought, I was so tired. Actually, this is funny. I was so tired that I thought, oh man, iOS 9.1 fucked up my alarm because my alarm keeps going off, and I look up and my phone was set for the alarm to go off 2 hours from then. It must be a glitch with the alarm.
So you just kept tapping your phone, being like, get the fuck
For the
out of
first
here.
like 20 minutes when it went off twice, I was like, oh my God, iOS 9.1 like totally glitched out my alarm. Those Apple bastards. And then I realized that it was fucking Katie's alarm and she wasn't turning it off. She'd let it go for like fucking a minute before she turned it off. And then she left her goddamn coat on top of my helicopter alarm clock. It's a wonder I made it out of bed today. But I definitely didn't get to sleep for 2 fucking hours this morning. Bad house guest.
You kind of sound like a whiny bitch.
So does Chachi come from Chachi from a Happy Days?
It's Chach, not
I don't know,
Chachi.
but is it? I know, but doesn't that term come because he was like a tryhard? He wanted
Probably.
to be like the Fonz, like hey,
That makes
Probably.
sense.
goddamn Scott Baio.
Why didn't it say that in your fucking
Or I just put that
Urban
together
Dictionary?
because most people don't know what Happy Days is or was.
Most people don't realize why Happy Days was called Happy Days.
Because it's nothing but white people.
Yeah, they
Yeah, but one of them's Italian.
Yeah, but Italians white?
More of them were Italian. Yeah, but their lives suck.
Why do their lives suck? Because they stink?
And they talk funny.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna
Chachas.
I said no homophobic slurs, and now we're talking shit about
Racist.
other
Okay,
Is there any
ethnicities.
new music out?
None that I can think of.
New
I thought that
music.
Taylor Swift record was new, but I guess it's not.
And there's like already been 4 singles. Like
Well, I don't listen to pop music.
I know, well, unfortunately, I don't have a choice.
I really like that guy on the internet that does 10-second songs. He releases like a new song like every 2 weeks. He released like 2 new songs this week. Probably just because he can literally do 700 voices, one right after the other. And it's interesting to check out. If you check out his YouTube page, 10-second songs. And yeah.
See if anything on here is new music. A lot of it's music related.
But not new music. No. So I guess we can get into what I did today.
Oh, hang on.
Okay.
If we're going to add this as a segment now, I definitely want to do Urban Dictionary word of the day.
I thought we just did it at Chotch Bag.
No, that was looking it up. What is wrong with your hair?
What is not wrong with her?
Okay. So basically, I'm going to go ahead and admit I hit random until something that wasn't super obvious came up.
Okay.
Like
Oh, so you already did it while we were
Yeah.
talking? Okay.
yeah. I've
I've never been to Urban Dictionary just to be on.
Already hard.
You know, like all of those stupid, like,
Okay, you don't need to explain this.
you know, all of those stupid definitions, like, huh, do you know what an Alaskan pipeline is?
No.
What do you poop in a condom and freeze it and stick it up your boyfriend's ass?
Listeners, if you want Brandon to not overly explain things on this podcast, please write us a note.
Shut the fuck up. I'm explaining it to Q's
He
stupid
doesn't
ass.
need to explain it to him.
I didn't
Anyway.
know what Alaskan Pipeline was, but he doesn't know what a fucking
Don't need to
Alabama
know.
Hot Pocket is.
I know what the Alabama.
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 Ah, Black Betty.
Blam blam.
Ambulance. Anyway, Urban Dictionary is where they keep all those stupid things, and the people go in and make entries for their ex-girlfriend's name. Be like, Veronica, a dumb, stupid cunt who likes blah, 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 and like a bunch of dumb shit. So sometimes the random definitions are stupid.
Okay.
Well, they're all stupid. Don't get me wrong. It's all stupid.
No, they're all great.
Let's see. Growler.
Spell it.
Growler.
Wait, like the thing you
so-
put beer in?
Growler. Yeah, also that. Also,
Like
an
the
animal
lead
that
singer in a
growls.
beatdown band? Growler?
Yeah. Growler. Defined. A mean, butch-looking pussy.
What?
As friendly as a bulldog and as much fun to kiss.
Okay.
My teacher assured me that the growler would not bite.
So somebody wrote this about you. If you look up Brandon in Urban Dictionary,
Oh, fucking
the
great.
definition is a person who has a cool set of balls and a huge dick. He also likes metal and has long hair. He fucks like a beast, but is very kind and caring.
That's so
Holy
not,
shit.
That is so not Brandon. Especially the kind and caring part.
All right.
Oh, that's great.
I mean, that was fairly accurate.
I mean, I feel like if you put my name in there, it's probably something Polly Castro put.
I'm
Quentin?
actually looking for it right now.
Quentin or Q?
Or Qbert.
I doubt Q-Bert's going to be in there.
Dude, there's like 50 entries for Q, and they're all not important. The best letter in the alphabet. Rrr.
A crazy badass motherfucker who you don't want to fuck with unless you're looking for a bullet in your dome. He's also very jacked, and all the ladies want to get in his pants.
That's not me.
I messed with Quentin, and now I have a hole in my head. That crazy ass
Look up Q-Bert,
motherfucker
I'm sure it's in
who will
there.
tear your kidneys apart and will go to your house and literally fuck your mom.
That's kind of me.
Damn, I heard Quentin fucked 283 chicks one night at Robbie's crazy party, and then he got in a fight with some dude and ripped some dude's kidneys. I don't know. I can't read the rest of that.
283 chicks in one night. I'm not Black Greg.
That's gross. A noob that sucks at everything. That's pretty accurate. I'm just kidding, Q. I love you. You can't
Okay,
search
let's
my
stop
name.
playing Urban Dictionary.
Sorry.
But Urban
We're supposed to
Dictionary's
do one. This is going to be like half of our fucking podcast.
No way.
apparently, Qbert is a DJ and a video game. I knew about the video game,
Yeah.
I
obviously.
knew about the DJ too.
He's a turntablist.
Yeah,
It's also
there's
slang
DJ
term for a
Qbert,
quarter
and
pound
there's
of
also a video
marijuana.
game that came out like the same month that I was born called Qbert.
It's a quarter pound of marijuana.
It's tight. I never knew that, and I used to sell a quarter pound of marijuana.
It's a backwards inverse opposite of a 69. That doesn't even make
Okay.
sense.
So, how was your stupid day?
So, since this, I'll try to keep this, I guess, short. But
I mean, what's the point? We ramble on for fucking ever about everything.
yeah, but I don't like to focus on me that much. I'd rather just make jokes about you two to make myself feel better.
Talk, fag.
Okay. Anyways, so I applied for food stamps last Friday, because of my health condition.
Real quick, side note. That's me aggressively slurping a 2-liter, not smoking from a bong.
Q's dick.
No, seriously.
It does kind of sound like you're smoking a
Like
bong.
right in the fucking mic. I was like, man, they're gonna think I'm hitting a fucking
Fell
bong.
out.
Anyway, Edge Watch.
It's Sprite. It couldn't be more straight edge.
Shut up.
Water's more straight edge.
It couldn't be more straight edge unless it was pizza flavored Sprite.
Okay.
That's pop punk.
That's Bob Pump, not straight edge.
Whatever.
Anyways, so I applied for food stamps last week, and they told me it'd be a week to 2 weeks before I got my card. But they told me I was approved and everything. And today in the mail, Uncle Tom gets something from Job and Family Services. And I go, fuck. And I literally I was like, hey, come up here and open this. And he opened it, and it was like, hey, thank you for coming in last Friday, Thomas Ryan, to apply for food stamps. We have approved you. Your $541 is on your food stamp card now, and will continue till January of 2016. And I was like, what the fuck? Because I didn't apply for him. Like, I applied, but I did state that, like, I've been feeding Uncle Tom since he lost his job.
Yeah.
Do you claim him on your taxes?
No, because, I mean, he just lost his job like 2 months ago.
I mean, like 2 years ago. Did you claim him on
No,
your
I've
taxes?
never claimed him on my taxes.
Probably should.
No, he's not officially 16. I can't really claim him.
I claim my mom.
Yeah,
Really?
if he's your dependent and you pay his food.
He's not my dependent, though.
I mean, isn't he, though?
I mean, yes, but no.
There you go. You could be getting
He
extra
really
money
wants,
back
speaking
from
of
the
which, he
government.
really wants to be on this podcast. He almost came with me today because he really wants to be on this podcast.
No, talking to the mic, Q.
Thanks, Michaela.
Just knocking shit over.
Just knocking shit over.
There's the fucking waveform clipped like crazy because it was all up on your stupid mouth.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Anyways,
Uncle Tom gets the food stamps.
So for some reason, Uncle Tom gets the food stamps. I call. Of course, I got the mail at like 4:00, and by the time like he reads through everything, it's like 4:45. So I called to try to figure it out, and of course, it's Job and Family Services. Everyone leaves there at 3:30, and I called and left a message, and hopefully, I can get that squared away. But if for some reason it didn't square away, I did what any normal poor white person would do. I
Used
immediately
all
went
that
to the
shit.
store and tried my hardest to use all that shit. And I didn't even come close. I literally went in there thinking like, I'm going to blow through all of this right now just in case it gets taken away. And I literally grabbed everything I could ever want from the store, and Uncle Tom went with me. And
How many different kinds of breakfast cereal?
Only 2.
That's it?
I don't eat cereal that often.
You have $500, but it doesn't go bad. Like, you have a $500 fucking free
But my
money
almond
card.
milk, and I didn't want to. I don't know.
Dude, I would have like 10 boxes of cereal in there.
Okay, well, instead I had 36 different ways to have pizza, like Hot Pockets and deep dish and pizza rolls and pizza Pringles and
Bagel.
bagel bites. Yeah. Anyways, so me and Uncle Tom filled up a cart.
Uncle Tom and I.
Uncle Tom and I filled up a cart till it was literally overflowing, and we only spent like $220. Not even, like $210. And I know a lot of people explain to me that I am now disabled because of my kidney disease and everything. But I left that store after using those food stamps, and I felt like an absolute piece of shit. And I literally, I actually earlier today, came out of my being depressed stage. Like, I was really, really depressed last night. I talked to some friends, and I felt better when I woke up this morning. And I'm not depressed about it, but, how do people cheat the government and feel okay about it? Because
Reparations.
I'm actually supposed to be getting this aid, and I feel bad for walking into a store and walking out with the most amount of groceries that I've ever purchased in my entire life and not having to pay for any of them.
The difference between you and most people that are on welfare, especially people who commit welfare fraud, is they think the government owes them something for nothing.
I don't like asking for help unless it's small stuff.
You were raised so blue collar, so earn everything that you have, that you feel guilty.
Yeah.
But you physically cannot work. They told you not to work.
I mean, they told me not to work. I mean, I feel like I physically could maybe work 10 or 12 hours a week.
Whereas most people make up a story about how they got some made up illness so that they and their 12 kids can eat like kings. And then they actually have jobs on the side. And then they start claiming dead relatives and all kinds of crazy shit. Because they're bad people and they're lazy. But you, like myself, you felt guilty, awkward, I'm sure. I could never do it because I'd feel guilty.
And I mean,
I'll starve to death before I get welfare.
I do feel guilty, but at the same time, I mean, like,
Fuck that shit.
what?
Too proud.
That is what the system is set up for. The system is set up for the people who have to pay into it constantly, who are working their asses off to not end up there. When they do, that there is something there that they can actually feed off of. So there's absolutely no reason to feel guilty for it. You have paid your debt. You have been paying into that since whenever you started working and however much you have worked for. And to say that you can't take a piece of the pie is fucking stupid.
Okay, it's not that I can't take a piece of pie, because
know,
obviously
but
I took
feeling
a piece
bad
of the pie,
for
but
it.
like, it's still, it comes down to help, and I don't like asking for help. Like, I don't know if anybody saw what I posted on Facebook last night, but like last night I was literally in a dark place, and not a dark suicidal place or anything like that, but just like a dark place. I was physically hurting, I was emotionally hurting, and I just
We have a lot of lights in our house. You could have always come over here.
You are such a chotch bag.
Word of the day. Count how many times you hear chotch in this podcast.
Well, when we were originally going to do this podcast, we were supposed to count how many times I said realistically, logistically, or literally. But anyways, so basically that, I just felt bad. And I mean, like, I still have like $300+ on my account, and I literally got enough food today to eat like a king for at least a month.
I mean, at least you weren't selling them. So
Yeah. Which I guess a lot of people do, but this
A lot of people
This would
do.
be my like first real like I said, like I was literally in line and I looked at Uncle Tom. I was like, and I mean Uncle Tom like used to be married and have kids, so obviously he's gone through a grocery line with that much food before. But I was like, I've never gone through a line. And like I think my mom for like my 23rd birthday like took me to Kroger and said, you have $100 limit. Like buy enough food for yourself.
yeah.
And and that was like to this day, like that was the most I've ever.
Yeah, my mom has been on food stamps for, I feel like, most of my life anyway. I mean, she's raising 3 kids and 2 of the dads never paid child support, so, you know. But I remember, I think I was dating Brandon actually. My mom was like, hey, I've got extra left over this month because they jacked mine up crazy high. Go have a fucking blast. And like, I took Brandon and Heaven and I was like, let's do this. And bought a shit ton of food. But like, I could never imagine going into a store like right now and being like, oh, I'm gonna stock up for the month and like buy a I would freak out. I'd have a weird panic attack. Like it would be so weird.
What's
for me.
really funny is, like I said, like I spent like $213 and I literally like, I still couldn't go past my, like, there were certain things in line, like in the aisles where I'd like grab and be like, I totally want this. And then it'd be like, no, I don't. This is something I really, really want, but I don't need it.
See, look at you being good at welfare. And not just buying like, well, I mean, you did buy a bunch of pizza and stupid shit because all you eat is toxic garbage.
True.
But you weren't just like, fuck it, I'm going to buy 2 weeks worth of nachos and have a party.
Did you at least buy yourself some like vegetables or something?
Yeah, a lot of vegetables and stuff. Like a lot
Frozen vegetables, I imagine.
both. Bought some fresh vegetables and stuff.
Good.
But
You're the worst vegetarian because you don't like most vegetables.
no, I love all vegetables.
Really? Because we had this conversation.
He said he can't eat a lot of
There's
them.
a lot of vegetables I can't eat anymore, like spinach and guacamole, which I love both of those.
There was like a whole list of stuff that you would not fucking touch. I couldn't remember what it was.
There's only like certain vegetables that I hate, and it's most of the vegetables that she eats, like okra and what's the other weird shit that you eat?
chickpeas.
Chickpeas. I don't like those.
I eat everything. Well, every vegetable. Pretty much.
I don't know, but I mean, I like most like regular vegetables, like not crazy weird.
I don't like
vegetables.
rutabaga.
I don't like eggplant unless it's properly cooked.
Eggplant's a fickle beast.
Yeah. And it's not that. It's that honestly, I'm just a lazy piece of shit, and I like. Oh man, this takes 7 minutes to bake. or 2.5 minutes to microwave? I'm going with 2.5 minutes. I will say the highlight of my day, though, is I finally I rented Avengers: Age of Ultron.
Did you watch it yet?
I got 45 minutes in before you texted me and said home, and I left. But it was the first 45 minutes were fantastic.
I really liked it.
But
I need to watch it again because I've only seen it the once.
That would be what I did today. So we can enter topics now.
Let's do a bunch of quick little ones.
Okay.
But because we got some lengthy shit. Let's start light. Marty Friedman, ex Megadeth, moved to Japan and became the heavy metal Ryan Seacrest of Japan.
Really? I didn't know that.
He hosts like Japanese TV shows about music and stuff. Like,
is he Asian? I've seen him live, and I don't remember him being very Asian.
I don't think he has any Asian roots at all. He just fucking loves that culture. Like,
Japanese people just love white people.
He just like hauled ass over there. Anyway, it's not the first time he says this, but he absolutely hates shred guitar.
Okay.
Like fast, nothing but just sweep picking shred guitar. Which is funny because he's one of the most like well-known guitar gymnastics lead guitar players in the world. And he says, I just can't understand why all of these people keep citing me as their inspiration, because what they're doing is terrible. It's horrible and stupid. And that is not what I did at all.
That's awesome.
Who told you all to sweep pick through entire solos? He's like, are you stupid? What are you thinking? He's like, you use sweep picking to move you from a spot to an next. It's a technique. And he's like, and I don't know how this keeps getting traced back to me. I never did that. Every one of you stop. It sounds terrible. So Marty Friedman's just a shitty old man. And it's so fucking cool.
He didn't.
That's not shitty.
I'm
That's
surprised
fucking
he
awesome.
did not throw in like a "fuck you, Dave Mustaine" like in the middle of that.
Man, it's been 20 years.
Hello, me.
It's not been. I don't think it's been 20 years. I don't think he left Megadeth till like 2003.
Was Chris Poland first? Was Marty Friedman first?
No, Marty Friedman's not first. Marty Friedman does not join till like right after the release of Countdown to Extinction. And then doesn't leave. He's basically like 93 to 2003.
When Dave broke up the band.
Yeah, sort of.
When he went to rehab and found God and fired the whole band.
Besides Ellefson. Ellefson's never technically been.
No, he was gone.
No, he left on his own. He wasn't fired.
I was going to say, because James Lamenzo was filling in.
Ellefson really is that band.
He's the dopest.
Yeah.
I mean, that original lineup, like both original lineups with Chris Poland and Marty Friedman were just amazing.
No heavy
The two different legacy lineups.
Hey, Chotch Bags, get back in the game.
Shut the fuck up. Maynard James Keenan is tired of being asked when the new Tool record's going to be out.
So he doesn't care, said all the fans suck. I read the article.
He's just so sick of being worshipped. Like, he's tired of being asked so many questions. Like, if you listen to the songs and stuff, his opinion of being famous, it's not a positive one.
There was a long time there in the late 90s where people were literally writing that he was going to be the next Cobain because, like, of him so openly being against being famous.
Yeah.
That it was going to drive him insane and he was going to kill himself.
I mean, that's what happened to Amy Winehouse.
I thought Amy Winehouse OD'd on drugs.
Yeah, but
it was because
being famous really
she
made it
didn't
worse.
know how to be famous.
Oh.
And she didn't want to be famous, and people kept saying, no, we need more, we need more.
I never understood Amy Winehouse because I never understand how a bitch that ugly could become that famous with a mediocre voice.
It's her lyrics. She makes you want to cry.
Anyway, Maynard James Keenan does not want you to like Tool.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
music.
don't like Tool. Listen to A Perfect Circle.
He doesn't want to be asked about Tool. He was like, I wrote one album about dicks and one album about vaginas, and now nobody will shut the fuck up about it because they think they get it and they really don't get it. He's like, they take something so seriously that was never meant to be taken seriously. Paraphrasing, of course. He's like, just, you're all idiots. You missed the point. Shut up, leave me alone.
All right.
That's some rock star shit.
I'm gonna
right
tweet
there.
at him right now and be like, "Yo, when's the next The Perfect Circle record going out?"
Hopefully never.
Why?
The Perfect Circle sucked a dick.
I mean, I only listened to the first 2 records, but I really like those first 2 records.
Did you like the part where they tried to remake Imagine?
No,
Jesus Christ.
I don't remember that. It wasn't on the first 2 records. What's Imagine?
The John Lennon song.
Oh. Wait, what is John Lennon a part of?
You're trolling.
What's John Lennon a part of?
The Beatles.
Beatles.
Which is why I would not know what the fuck that song is, because the Beatles can suck my motherfucking dick. They're the worst musical artists of this entire world. Ever.
Okay.
Period. Ever.
Ever.
Fuck them all. Paul McCartney's part of the Illuminati.
Okay. Coheed's going on tour with Glassjaw.
So tight.
Officially, after they had a single date with Glassjaw at the beginning of this tour with Cursive. Now they're going back out at the end of this tour with Glassjaw. It's coming through Columbus. I'm going to bitch about how far it is away.
And still go.
And if somebody drives, I'll go.
Yeah, you can ride with me.
But it'll be my first time seeing Glassjaw if they don't cancel. It's my
If
understanding.
they cancel, I'm not going.
It's my understanding that Glassjaw's canceled like a third of the shows they've ever booked. Ever.
That is probably actually less than accurate. It's probably more than a third.
Yeah.
I don't know who the opening band is. Silver Snakes. Never heard of them.
Nope. Let's see. While we're sticking with music stuff, fairly well known that angry metalcore guy, aka Mike Luciano, if you're friends of them on Facebook, it's Luciano Mike, left the Paramedic not too long ago. First of all, fuck the Paramedic, who cares?
Second of all, one of the reasons he left is because he called Kevin Lyman racist for not putting the Paramedic on Warped Tour
Yeah.
when they haven't done anything to promote album sales for the reason that they would be asked to play Warped Tour because Warped Tour totally goes on album sales.
So they got a new singer. It's a local kid. Was actually in another band of Brandon Wallace's, who might be back in the band after he quit because he hated Mike Luciano and then punched him in the face, which is awesome. Landon Stamper, who I met through the internet because I tried to audition him forever ago. Amazing singer. He was that R&B kid who did the Otis Redding cover.
I don't care.
Yeah. So the Paramedic might be good again.
Not the Paramedic, though.
No, it's
I
not
think
the Paramedic.
that's going to sound terrible.
What, did you get invited to what their Facebook is today?
What?
They started a new band. It's not the Paramedic.
It's the paraplegic.
No.
No. That's another thing.
Oh, that's another thing?
Yeah.
There was
Parademic.
another.
Two of the guys that were in the Paramedic,
Landon,
plus the new singer, plus Brad.
Paralegal.
Oh, yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Up All Night,
Yeah.
which is 3 of the Paramedic and Brad.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought that was the new Paramedic.
No, they're still a Paramedic. Best I can tell. I guess I could be wrong. While we're going
Sometimes
through
you just have to retire the Paramedic.
Parabiotic.
the probiotic, it's because they're poop. They might be good now.
I think the Paramedics should change their name to the EMTs.
The fucking 6 feet in the hole, man. Like, you let it go. Change your name. You haven't been the Paramedic since Cinema Sleep became the Paramedic. The
much.
Paramedic became Cinema Sleep and then broke up. You're
That's confusing.
You're like 3rd generation removed from being the actual Paramedic because the actual Paramedic became another band and then broke the fuck up.
I mean, you should really just go back to being Singed because that was the Paramedic without Brady.
What?
And they were a alt
Terrible band
rock
name.
band that was
Singed?
Yeah, Singed. But they were great because they were literally like a rock version of a Wilhelm scream.
Gotcha.
Nice.
While we're on quick stuff, Ebola is over. Is what I wrote down.
It's a fucking E.
Ebola.
Not Ebola.
Ebola.
Got a bowl of weed, bro.
The last Ebola victim is apparently cured.
Yeah. They released that person today. So that's pretty cool. Shit's going down in
The
Reading.
city of Reading is on fire.
Lincoln Heights is invading.
Oh no. That's like a zombie apocalypse.
That
I
would
think
be
it's
a
a
zombie
combination of the sirens and people in our neighborhood just yelling at each other.
That sounds typical.
I can't hear the people. All I can hear are the sirens.
I heard somebody just.
But yeah, Ebola's over, so rejoice, everybody. That one thing that they use to distract you from other things happening. Oh, it's actually right by our house.
Again?
Yes. Frogs!
OD.
Yep.
Maybe we should shoot it live for the podcast.
Can we come
Excuse
in?
me, sir. Can you say anything? I just took too much heroin.
Yeah. So
That's really cool.
it's a good thing you all reposted that thing on Facebook so we could cure Ebola.
I'm bringing
Coney.
it back.
Yeah.
I'm bringing Ebola back for the white people.
Coney 2016.
Can we lead Ebola into gay marriage?
Okay.
So they legalized gay marriage in New Zealand.
Yeah, 13th country. Get it. Go
And
New Zealand.
What doesn't make
I thought we'd be way later than that.
No.
I thought we'd be like 600th.
There are some countries that I don't think like actually care about it.
And some people that still just outlaw it, like India
Oh,
and
like
Russia.
absolutely. Yeah,
like
absolutely.
Japan, there's not a law against it or for it.
That's what I mean, though. There's probably just places where it's just like, whatever.
It's just like, oh wait, we're supposed to be decent human people. We don't need a law.
We don't need a law that says you can do this.
But okay, here's the thing. I don't understand how New Zealand has waited this long because Lord of the Rings was shot in New Zealand, and they're hot. Like that alone.
I
like,
hate you.
Is the gayest thing
It's not
ever.
the gayest thing ever, but there was plenty of people on that set that were clearly gay, and if we brought Lord of the Rings to New Zealand, gay marriage should have been legalized then.
I don't think there were like a bunch of like gay hate crimes going around New Zealand. I think it was just you weren't allowed to be legally married through the country, and now you are. And Parliament sang songs in after they passed it, and that's really dope.
I still think it's funny though because one of the places that gay marriage is legal in the Netherlands, which is now run by extremist Muslims, and if you actually have a gay marriage ceremony, then they will follow you home and beat you to death.
I feel like I need to do more research on this.
Yeah.
You can actually look that one up, but there's literally like where everyone was like 10 years ago, like, let's go to Amsterdam. We can smoke weed and fuck prostitutes. Now it's like the opposite. Now everyone's like, we can smoke weed and fuck prostitutes. And then, oh, these guys think it's against their religion that we're doing something wrong. So they're going to kill us.
Okay, Google.
Stop with
Netherlands
the okay,
gay
Google.
beatings.
And she'll find it too. That's the fucked up part.
Oh, persecution of homosexuals, Wiki Islam in the Netherlands. Okay.
I mean, I'm not making this shit up.
It's
see
up
it.
by 7.5%.
That dude's going the wrong way.
So that's a fire truck.
There's a cop that literally just pulled up next door.
And they were running. That's something really bad probably happened.
Yeah.
Can we pause this and go outside and look?
We are going to take an official angry old dude's rubbernecking section and stare at the white trash across the street. Be right back momentarily. And we're back.
And we're back.
There are a half a dozen police cars.
There's more than that. There's like 10
There's like 10 police cars. There are like a half a dozen
fire trucks and a couple EMTs.
from all the surrounding cities. They hooked up a hose. Somebody's trap house is on fire. But they're not moving very quickly.
Yeah, they're not. So we're going to finish this podcast while they... maybe we'll take a break in a half an hour and see.
Some guy who was blind in both eyes was given access to a bionic eye and taken to New York City.
Michaela, you want to talk more about this?
Oh, I mean, that's pretty well the gist of the story. But so Duke Sinner gave this guy a bionic eye that allows him to see like heat signatures and shapes and light and stuff. And he was completely blind before, so he was able to go to New York and actually see the shapes of buildings and monuments and walk through Central Park and do the things that we as people with sight typically take for granted. I mean, we'll be amazed by something, but I don't think it's as, or I don't know.
It's definitely a very cool, interesting prospect, but the one thing that I guess I don't understand is if they're spending so much money on a bionic eye, aren't there eye transplants at this point?
I mean, yeah, but you have to somebody has to donate eyes, and some people who have like complete like nerve damage and everything. I mean, it would take more, I think, to have to go in and do surgery. I mean, that's a pretty big surgery to have your eyes taken out and replaced with other ones. And from
I just remember the story from 7 Pounds.
Yeah, from what I understand, he's been blind for his like entire life. So I think it would be incredibly difficult for him. But
Still a very nice piece.
yeah, it's a really, I don't know, it's amazing what science can do and the good things that can come out of it. So
Before this gets too far away from the topic, you're probably wondering why, if they could do this and why if there are ocular transplants, like why aren't they just replacing blind people's eyes? In the handicapped and disabled communities, people often get really proud of what they can do given what they hardly even consider a disability. When I was learning sign language and actually taking sign language halfway seriously, learning about deaf culture, it's interesting because some people who get cochlear implants are like outcasted. Like they don't think they're handicapped. They think that they're just different and they don't need help and they don't need to be treated any differently. They don't need your pity. And I feel like on some level, if you've been blind for 40 years, what the fuck are you going to do with eyes? That has got to be troublesome to think about.
Yeah.
So I maybe in babies, but that's risky because it's babies.
I don't know. His like they've had an interview with him, and he pretty much was just like it was the most amazing thing that he's ever felt in his entire life. He's like, yeah, he was seriously just completely blown away. And I mean, you have to think about it. There are people who come from all over the world to see New York City. Like that's like our big, the big shebang when you come to the U.S. Everyone's like, where are you going? Oh, I'm going to New York. And
It's not that great.
well, yeah, but there are so many sights and amazing things that you can see there. And I feel like somebody who is just getting their sight, that would be a great place to
Hell
go.
of a place to start.
Watching Ghostbusters 1 and 2 are better representations of New York City than New York City itself.
Okay. Adele released her first song in a couple of years. She got 89 million hits on YouTube in 3 days. Like the song or not,
I haven't listened to it.
I do. I was super down on Adele. Like I was like, she's never coming back. Fuck her. I'm tired of her shit anyway. And then she brings out this song, and like I heard it on the way to work the other day, and like she hits the first like pre-chorus, and I was just like, and it started to well up a little bit, and I'm just like, you horrible, horrible bitch. You're gonna make me sad on my way to work. It's a pretty good song.
I don't know. I mean, like, I enjoy her music. I really get fed up with hearing straight girls go, oh my God, I would totally go gay for Adele. I want
Really?
her to be my wife.
Who says that?
A lot of people.
Well, the fun part about this story is that she broke Taylor Swift's Vivo record, but for like most plays on a single video.
Yeah,
in 3 days.
most plays on a single video, and I think she broke the record of
3 days.
like how many she got in a
Is there a
time
video
span.
for it? Or is it just
Yeah.
a song?
No, there's a video for it.
Does the video have a plot?
I don't know. I haven't watched it.
Okay, we'll watch it after this podcast.
Nope.
It doesn't have a plot?
I'm not watching it.
Why?
She doesn't want to hear the song until the album comes out.
Why?
I want to hear it all as a single piece.
She doesn't write conceptual music. Why do you want to hear it all as a single piece?
Man, you would think it's not conceptual, but like mother fucking Christ,
It's a snapshot in time in her life. It's like hearing a whole Wonder Years record.
and you can just follow it through, and you're just like, oh, please tear my heart out more. And so I just can't listen to the song yet.
Okay.
So
I'm glad we weren't friends like 5 years ago when she first came out. 'cause
November 20th.
You would hate me for this.
No, I listened to her other. I actually was like late on the Adele train, and one day I just downloaded 19 and 21. And I was like,
What's the new record going to be called?
25.
25.
Was there a 24?
No,
Is there a 22?
no.
No, she just likes odd numbers.
She
I-
released albums at those ages.
Well, she's actually
okay.
27 now.
Oh.
She started writing them. at those ages.
Gotcha.
I think is what the
Has she been famous for 8 years?
yeah.
Dude, I'm super late.
No, 6 years. Because she probably started writing 19 at 19.
Oh, that's true.
Came
Yeah.
out when she was 20 or 21.
Okay. Fine. So yeah, Taylor Swift loses. Ha 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 ha.
The best part about that though is that all of these people are like defend Taylor because her record, and it's like it's not like anyone's gonna forget she exists. Trust me, she's made sure that no one's going to forget she exists. And now all of these like Swifties, I guess is what they're called.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Is that in Urban Dictionary?
Yes, probably.
Next to Josh
God.
Bags.
Damn it.
Her Swifties, they're posting all of these videos of don't forget Taylor can actually sing, and don't forget Taylor can actually do this. And it's like, look,
You know what's really funny about Taylor Swift? I like one song she's ever done, but I always forget how it goes because it reminds me of Colby Calais.
which song?
Teardrops on my guitar.
She's a
Sounds like-
reason
sounds
for
like
the
bubbly.
teardrops on my
Bubbly.
guitar.
It's
Yeah,
got like the same pattern.
kinda. But yeah,
They
everyone's
came out
been
at the same time.
posting these videos to remind us that Taylor Swift's not dead, and it's like, trust me,
We wish she
her
was.
legal team is going to make sure that Taylor Swift doesn't die.
She's going to do something outrageous so that she can get important again.
Speaking of 89 million views on YouTube. So this year, Avengers 2 came out and it did a certain number, and then Jurassic World came
and then
out
Star
and did
Wars
a super
just
number.
destroyed
And
everyone.
then Star Wars trailer, basically, just the trailer destroyed everything.
We have to think there are so many generations of people that are waiting for this Star Wars movie.
Oh, I agree.
It's not as simple as like the people who have kind of hopped on the comic book
Did you
train.
ever get to
and-
see any of the
it's
Star
been-
Wars in theaters before?
No.
Have you?
Episode 1.
That's it? You didn't see 2 or 3?
I might have, maybe, but I distinctly remember seeing episode 1 because it was for my like 10th birthday.
Well, okay, so obviously a little bit younger. I mean, you were alive for it, but in 97 and 98 and 99, Lucas came out with his special editions of A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. So that was the first time I ever got to see Star Wars like in the theaters. And then obviously I saw episode 1, episode 2, and episode 3 in the theaters. And I don't know, just we all watched it together. I know it's been a week, but quick reaction on the trailer. I mean, it's
Well, Brandon got chills.
yeah, Brandon
Literally.
got chills.
Like the whole thing, I was like, yeah, all right, yeah, cool. And then fucking
Kylo Ren.
Black Jedi and Kylo
Finn,
Ren, like
Kylo Ren and Finn.
like they crack open the lightsaber for the first time. Like they're what I imagine is their first time like about to engage in the fucking brilliant tango that is lightsaber battle, and just that fucking sound of it. They both just open up sabers, and I'm just like, oh shit, I'm getting chills thinking about it right now. like I got excited. At, like the whole trailer, I was like, just nodding, smiling, just like, great, okay, cool, rolling droid, fuck it, awesome. Like Han Solo's there, dope, awesome, this is great. And then
And then he
fucking-
got a chubby.
then the lightsabers crack open, and I was just like, shit is gonna go down.
I watched this really hilarious spoof thing of the trailer. It's not even really a spoof, I guess, but they play like the whole trailer, and then that last segment where you think you know what's going to happen, somebody clipped in a clip of Jar Jar.
They
Oh,
actually
yeah.
did an entire spoof of like Star Wars: The Binks Awaken.
That's awesome.
So there's been a screen cap of a Twitter post that just says at the end, whenever Kylo Ren is holding up the charred Vader helmet, and he
He's
says,
not holding it, but okay.
"Whatever,
It's just sitting there.
I'll finish what you
I'll
started."
finish what you started.
They said that he was going to pop up in his helmet, and the ears were going to flop down. It's going to, Misa gonna avenge you, Annie.
That's actually in that Binks video. It's actually in that. It's actually in that Binks video. We'll watch it
That's awesome.
The funny thing is, you read the words and you hear it. You fucking hear
Yeah,
Jar Jar. He's
exactly.
in your
Yeah.
head forever.
I don't care what anyone says about Jar Jar Binks. I played the Lego Star Wars games, and Jar Jar Binks is one of the most useful characters in that fucking game.
I agree.
He was a plot device. He was important. They could have toned it down a little bit.
Okay,
The Gungans were super important.
what's
though.
funny to me is as much as everyone talks shit about Jar Jar Binks, in the original trilogy, C-3PO is 10 times more annoying to
Yeah.
me than Jar Jar ever was.
Yeah, C-3PO is a pain in the ass.
C-3PO is a pain in the ass. And there's what I was getting to is when I saw the special editions in theaters, there are times where C-3PO and R2-D2 are going back and forth with each other, and it's funny when there's 65 other people in the room watching it with you, because I never thought to laugh in those spots, because whenever I sat at home, I was like, I wish this guy would fucking shut up.
Robots talking back and forth.
But I'm stoked about The Force Awakens.
I'm stoked. I'm excited. It comes out 5 days after I graduate and my birthday, so should be a lot of fun.
Look, the internet said it a long time ago. J.J. Abrams fucks this up. We're going to be calling him Jar Jar Abrams for the next 20 years.
If J.J. Abrams fucks this up, he will never be allowed a directing job.
Ever.
Yeah.
Like, he's...
And I don't know how he can fuck it up because the two newest Star Treks are fantastic. Like, I've always been a Star Trek fan, but I've literally, to the first one and to the second one, taken people that are like, fuck Star Trek. Star
How do you
Trek's
feel
for
about-
fruitcakes?
How do you feel about Han coming back?
I mean, they all come back. They're all in it.
They are? I didn't know that.
All 6 of the main characters are in it.
Who?
C-3PO, R2-D2, Luke Skywalker, Chewbacca, Han, and Leia.
Oh, okay.
Luke supposedly is only in it for a few seconds.
Seconds.
He'll be more in episode 8 and 9.
See, I don't like Star Trek. I liked the first Star Trek movie. I haven't seen the second one yet.
It's good.
They were good movies.
Yeah.
Star Trek's kind of fruity, but as far as movies go, they were pretty good movies.
Yeah.
So I will say J.J. Abrams has done a pretty good job.
I mean, I think it'll be fine. I think we're all going to cry when one of our favorite characters dies because we know it's coming.
It is most likely going to
Oh,
happen.
wait, Chewie's in it too, isn't he?
Yeah, I already said that.
I didn't think you said Chewie.
Yeah, 6. Droids, Han and Leia, Chewie, Luke.
Gotcha. Didn't hear Chewie. Chewie's like my favorite character ever.
Did they give him gray hair at least?
No.
He's an alien.
I understand that, but there
a
were...
normal Wookiee lifespan is 800 years, and in Star Wars A New Hope, he's only 200 years old.
Okay, fine.
So
because there were
38
other...
years later, there's no way that he's gonna.
When there were
that
other
aged.
Wookiees in episode 2 or 3, I can't remember where they... There was one like gray-haired Wookiee.
Yeah, because they were old. Like, probably like 750 years old. Because there's the one that's friends with Yoda, that's been friends with Yoda since Yoda's a child.
But it's like seeing if you see more of Yoda's race. Like, the younger ones.
I saw a really funny video yesterday of things that they shouldn't do in the new movie and things they should do just for fun. Like, let's just bring back Yoda. Like, he died, but let's clone him and turn him blue.
People would be so angry.
They won't be angry about a black guy being in there. Instead, they'll be angry about a blue Yoda.
yeah.
I don't even want to handle that whole situation.
We can handle it in 5 seconds right now. It's already been proven that both campaigns against Finn being black were started by Disney to bring more promotion
You
to
can
the
prove
event.
this.
Yes, it's proven. It's all over the internet.
They started boycott episode
They started
7.
boycott episode 7 to bring forth more promotion and more.
I mean, that's fine, but people still jumped on the bandwagon.
Yeah.
That's the fucked up part.
Yeah.
I don't care who started it.
I mean, it's the same way our government started ISIS. It's the exact same.
It's one
idea.
thing for somebody to say a really like colorful, risque joke, and everyone go, haha, it's funny because he doesn't mean it. And one guy's like, yeah, fuck Mexicans. And you're like, whoa, we know who the problem is now. Congratulations. Now we're going to kick your ass.
There's no way. Like, I mean, even if you thought about it without this proof, like, there's no way anybody can boycott. Like, there's plenty of black people in Star Wars.
Yeah, I think that if you don't think that he should be black, you should have to talk to James Earl Jones.
I mean, shit, fucking talk to Samuel L. Jackson. He'll probably
Or
pull out a
Samuel L.
purple
Jackson.
lightsaber and cut you in half.
Yeah. Fetch me my lightsaber.
Man, but did you see that shit?
Which one is it? It's the one that says bad motherfucker on
Did
it.
you see the tweet, though, that somebody put out? Like, I never realized that George Lucas was being racist until now. The whole reason Mace Windu's lightsaber is grape-colored because of grape Kool-Aid.
No.
Grape is not a color.
What happened was...
I know, but that was the tweet.
It was purple in pre-production, and they hadn't changed it yet. And then he happened to see it and was just like, "You don't leave my lightsaber purple, I'm quitting."
Oh.
And they're like, "Yeah, I mean, I guess. So we typically stick with, red, blue, green. Fuck it, you get a purple lightsaber."
I mean, there's yellow
Who
in
gets
the
yellow?
original trilogy. Padawans fight with yellow. They don't get a blue or a green until they graduate to Jedi.
Gotcha. I did not catch that detail.
It's more so in the games. But I mean, there's all different colors.
So, moving on.
I'd rather stay on the Star Wars all day.
Yeah, I know, but we can't.
I know.
In an effort to be more prepared for school shootings, people are doing all these. We're taking a dark turn. Sorry.
Okay.
I got through everything that's mostly
I
funny.
mean, we were talking about black people, so this dark turns.
Oh, hey, not okay.
Fuck all them Mexicans.
Good tie-in.
I'm being a chotch bag now.
Better tie-in. Great. Q's on a roll. Walnut Hills in general, or in particular. Bam. English. In particular, has been practicing these drills. It was on, I don't know, I saw a video. They have these special covers.
Are they like throwing things at the shooter?
Yeah, I'm getting there.
I didn't know that's what you were talking
Don't jump on my shit.
For anyone that doesn't live here, Walnut Hills is a public-private high school, grade school in Cincinnati.
Surprisingly, a lot of really smart kids go.
Well, because you have to be. There's an it's public, but you have to pass an entrance exam to be accepted there.
Yeah.
And it starts at 7th grade and goes till senior year.
So, which my high school did, so that makes sense to me, but most people didn't.
No, mine was...
So they got little covers to put over the doors and stuff, and like a lot of schools around have been doing it because school shootings are on the rise again, which is terrible.
Mostly colleges, though.
So they were caught with a little bit of shit because they're encouraging people to distract the shooter by throwing shit at him and tackling him. Like they think that if you distract him from his plan, it's always going to be a dude. Like every school shooting so far has been some dude or some dudes, whatever. Until it's not some dudes, I'll fucking eat my words, whatever. They come in with a plan. I know. I'm going to come in here, wave a gun around, everybody's going to shit their pants, and then I'm going to shoot whoever I came here to shoot.
And then I'm going to realize the fault of my actions and shoot myself.
Exactly. Because I'd rather shoot myself than get
Arrested.
shot by cops who are just going to shoot my limbs because they can't shoot to save their fucking ass. And they oh yeah, tackle him, throw your desk, like fuck his whole day up because he's gonna be so confused because his plan got disrupted that it,
Okay, so what?
It's interesting.
There's outrage about this
because like some dude picks up his chair and throws at an armed gunman, the kid's gonna get blasted.
Okay, but I mean, like if you, they're criticizing this plan.
Yeah.
Well, the point of the whole exercise, though, is that everyone does it.
But really, are all the kids going to be that brave?
And that's part of the problem that they're having, though, is, I mean, everyone's willing to do it when it's not a real shooter. You can't really, you're not going to know until it is a real shooter,
Yeah.
but they're training that everyone.
Okay, here's my problem, and I'm going to bring something from the opposite side of things. And that is...
I swear to God, if you say arm the teachers.
No.
Because people have been saying that.
I totes
I don't
want
even
to watch
believe in...
a teacher just
I don't
pull a
even
Glock,
believe in
like, right out.
guns. Like, that's not something I would say.
Swords.
If guns are outlawed, we can use swords.
Okay, that's a shitty Attack reference. Fuck you. I seriously think if somebody rolls up in the school with a semi-automatic weapon, that the principal should absolutely challenge him to a sword duel.
Okay, but he's just gonna shoot them. That's the dumbest.
No. An honorable man would accept his.
An honorable
challenge.
man wouldn't walk into a fucking. Just let me say my point real quick.
I'm trolling the shit out of you.
I know you're trolling the shit out.
And it's working.
And this thing is probably going to be you guys thinking I'm trolling, but it's not. If you are in a room with 30 other people or less, 20 or more, 40. If you're in a room with 2 other people. If we're in a room right now.
We are in a room right now.
We are in a room now.
I'll point that out.
Okay. Say we're sitting here and one of these cops got hit on the head way too many times and he runs in here and goes, fuck you guys, and starts like shooting at us. Like, what's going to be the first thought goes through your mind?
There's a knife right over there.
Okay. Well, mine is I'm going to get up and I'm going to tackle him.
You're going to get shot.
Okay, but I'm going to tackle him and subdue him.
You're going to get shot.
Okay, but that doesn't mean I'm going to die.
He has to have good enough aim, which has been proven not true in America.
Especially about the fucking cops.
Especially stormtroopers who are cops. Anyways, my point is, to me, as a person, and granted, I've never been in this situation, so maybe I'm full of shit and I freak out and I fucking freeze. But if I'm in a room with other people and somebody's coming in and trying to shoot, the first thing that's going through my mind is I'm going to tackle this motherfucker and subdue him and stop him from doing what he's doing.
Well, the other part that they're teaching, though, is that, like, when the school goes on lockdown, because that's what happens, is the school goes on lockdown, the teachers are supposed to lock all the doors, they have these shades or whatever. If they're able, as soon as the lockdown happens, they're supposed to start stacking stuff towards the front of the room, like by the door.
Which the old plan was to hide under your desk and hope like hell you didn't get your asshole shot out.
They're supposed to stack stuff towards the door, and then everyone is supposed to be armed with something that they can hold in their hands. Whatever it may be, books. If you can hold a fucking desk, chairs, whatever, in case he happens to break through. And that's the thing, is that when you're breaking through a door, you're pushing. If you have to push through stuff, your gun is not up. It is not up and pointed while you're doing this, because you can't.
Or it's only up and pointed.
Or it's up this way and you're pushing this way. But the time that it takes to actually turn after you've broken down a door, unless you're trained very, very well, or you're just going to stick it into the door and just start shooting fucking whatever, then I guess that plans out. But the point is to watch the door and hope like hell if it does open.
I feel like in school shootings, though, the reason that a lot more people die than they should is because people like literally freak out instead of like thinking like, I got to take this gunman down.
And they also just submit like immediately. Yeah. It's like, well, maybe if I just sit still, he won't shoot me. And it's like, look, here's my philosophy on it. And maybe it's because I'm just weird, whatever. I would rather go down at least attempting than have somebody hold a fucking gun to my head and ask me trivial bullshit questions and scare the piss out of me.
Not to mention,
fuck that.
9 times out of 10, I know it kind of doesn't hint at this in the movies or anything, but 9 times out of 10, if your adrenaline is running, unless you get shot straight in the head,
you get
shot anywhere else, you could totally beat the shit out of that dude before you bleed out.
Unless it's vital organs.
I mean, even vital organs isn't like even in the heart is not instantaneous. You're talking about 25 seconds for you to die.
Yeah, I don't think you're
plenty of time
to have the energy to.
I mean, you will, because your adrenaline will be rushing, and then when you finish beating them up and you slow down, you go, "Oh fuck," and they and die.
If anything, you're a distraction.
Yeah, more kids can get away.
Nobody wants to be the martyr.
Nobody does want to be the martyr because it goes back to parents parents teaching.
I don't know. I agree with it because I hate to say it, but if someone's coming in there just to load a school up, usually they're after, I feel like, a single person or a group of people or I don't know. Sometimes they just want to shoot up a whole school, but I feel like
sometimes it's a grown adult just shooting at a school, like Sandy Hook or
that's
something.
That's what I mean, though. But if you think about it in the terms of if people just tried to fight back, then maybe only 2 people die and not 25. Because if they're subdued that quickly, and it's going to suck. Obviously, nobody wants anyone to die, but if it's already going to happen, you might as well have 2 casualties and not a whole
It's a
fucking
mentality
classroom.
that I think people in this country used to have, because literally you walk into a school in 1925 and ask people like, hey, if you go to war and you're sitting in a trench with 15 of your buddies and a grenade falls into your trench, what do? You
Jump on the
jump
grenade.
on the grenade, because only you die and not the rest of your buddies. And that's something that I think Americans used to actually believe in, was, hey, like, this is my family, whether they're friends or family or both. Like, I'm willing to die for you. And nowadays, people are like, shit, I'm going to go hide behind this desk, and I hope this dude doesn't find me, and I hope he doesn't kill me, and I act tough when I'm not around guns, but when this dude's actually trying to, like, kill my friends, like, I'm just going to hide.
That was the other thing that I don't know. I feel like there are some schools that leave themselves vulnerable to shootings. I know that sounds terrible, but like,
When I deliver pizza to Princeton, it is damn near impossible to get in that place.
what I mean, like Hamilton, for example, and then the new high school building or whatever. It's all, well, there's 2 floors, but a lot of the classes on the first floor have these huge windows in the backs of the classroom, right? So that's not where the door is. The door is obviously complete opposite side of that. So if the door is closed and locked and whatever, we were told to just go to the other side of the room, right? Just so that they can't see us. We're not in line of sight. Fuck that. I don't know what it takes to break those fucking windows, but I'm breaking the fucking window. And I'm out. I'm not... Why would I hang in a classroom? They can replace the window. They can't replace somebody's life.
Yeah.
Okay, the only thing in regard to that I would say is, if you break the window and you're out, you don't know the situation. What if there's more than one of them? What if somebody's waiting outside for you?
Yeah, but the likelihood of there being more than one is slim to none, and also police respond to that stuff incredibly fast with how quickly, like, social media and everything works now. I mean, cell phones, all of it. Everything is so instantaneous.
20 years ago, this could have been a bigger problem.
Yeah, but everything is so instant.
20 years ago was Columbine, and there was, what, 3 or 4? 2, 3, 4, some... I mean, I know there was at least 2.
Yeah, that was
remember.
different.
How was that different?
Because they had like a pact to go in as a group, and most of these are just single people.
Yeah, because in this day and age, if you had it packed, I remember clearly after it happened, Chris Rock made the joke, everyone gave him shit about it, and they were like, these kids shot up this school because they were being picked on? There was 4 of them motherfuckers. I didn't have 4 friends in high school. I ain't got 4 friends now.
It's in poor taste, but it's kind of true.
It is true. I mean, if you in this, especially now, like if you have 4 friends, you don't want to shoot up the high school. You got 4 friends. There's plenty of kids at that high school that don't have 4 friends.
Yeah. Well, I think that's another part of the issue with guns and shooting, though, is that it also comes down to being a mental health issue. And we are not... I don't think as a human species we have figured out, like, mental illness the way that it should be figured out at this point.
So I saw somebody post the other day. I can't remember. It was one of you guys. Does one of your family members not believe in mental illness? Okay, then it was somebody else. But somebody literally posted on Facebook within the last 2 days that they were like trying to explain to their father like their mental illness, and their father looked at them and said, "Mental illness is something made up by the government to take money from other people."
I think there are a lot of people of that mentality, though, because especially people who are, especially like Brandon's dad, like that age
How old's your
group.
dad?
61?
So he's the same age as my dad.
1954?
Dad's 53, so he's 62 now. But yeah.
But people in
Uncle
that...
Tom's 54, and then Mom's 55. So all around that same age.
Yep.
Yeah, people in that area, like, in that general
because
area.
they were all, men and women were raised by fathers that said, you got a problem? Best keep it inside.
Yeah.
Rub some dirt on it, pussy.
Yeah,
Take
it
some
was...
Robitussin, going back to Chris Rock.
It was figured out,
Robitussin.
you know? There was no, go to the doctor, talk about your feelings, whatever. And some of that can be led to the, I guess, wussification, fine. But when you don't actually deal with mental illness, you just go through your whole life usually being angry or something like that, and those are the people who turn into alcoholics and beat their children and
Have podcasts.
Well, their children have podcasts because they were beaten by their parents who didn't deal with their mental illness. So
Should we talk about that?
Too real. All right. Let's get off this. This is sad.
Okay.
We forgot to cover Virgil.
I mean, I don't even need to cover it. I mean,
moving on.
dude from the Ghost Inside got beat up in Reno. I don't know anything other than what the internet says. I've been friends with John since they played My Basement as a Dying Dream. Like, the dude sometimes doesn't know how to keep his mouth shut and maybe says things, I don't know. I mean, like, he is a good dude, but at the same time, like, I have no idea why he got beat up. Some people just don't like other people.
Part of the issue is that he's apparently so anti-violence.
Yeah, but I think every news article I read was using that almost as like satire. Like, nobody was being serious. Like, he posted an anti-violent tweet 9 months ago, and everyone's trying to act like because he posted that anti-violent tweet is the reason he got jumped. And like,
That's dumb.
and I don't know. I mean, like, he hasn't really released that much. He says he got jumped. All he showed was blood on his shorts.
It was a really cryptic picture.
Very cryptic. I mean, like, maybe he fought a dude one-on-one. Maybe a dude fought him one-on-one and he didn't swing back. Who the fuck knows? I mean, obviously you don't care. You hate the Ghost Inside. But you also, we get into arguments off air about violence at shows all the time. I mean, I highly doubt that this was in the pit.
I would say, was it a show or was it just
It was at it was at one of their shows.
Okay.
But it doesn't even say if it was in the pit, if it was before a show, if it was after a show. I'm pretty sure the show got canceled, so I'm guessing it's before a show.
That's a bummer.
I don't know. It just seems so unreal. Like, it almost seems like propaganda.
Yeah, like that one band that pretended that their singer died or something like that.
Who's that?
I don't know.
Oh, no, when the dude from Upon a Burning Body
kidnapped
pretended
himself.
to be kidnapped.
Kidnapped himself.
Okay, maybe that's what it was.
Get the
I
fuck
don't know.
out of here.
That's okay. I met a kid the other day that who's that kid from After the Burial that passed away?
Something Low. John Lowe.
I met
maybe?
a kid the other day that actually thinks that he's not dead and he's hiding off somewhere waiting for After the Burial to get bigger than they already are.
Oh, I hope they just let that shit go, because that guy seriously needed help, and there was a great deal of mourning for his death, so, yeah.
Next topic.
Okay,
Moving on.
so the NFL has fined 2 players. Attention, Logan Adams. We're going to talk about sports for a minute.
It's okay. You're not going to listen to this while you're recording in Detroit anyways.
Shh, it's a big secret.
Shut up. I fucking posted it on his Facebook.
So, the NFL has fined 2 players this year for uniform violations after they politely requested to honor people close to them that had died with small adjustments to their uniform. The NFL said no. They said please. They said hell no. And then they did it anyway.
We'll go then.
So they got fined. And who fucking cares? Because when you make $15 million to throw a ball,
Well, it depends on how.
Depends on what role they
Yeah.
have, because if you're making rookie salary, that's $250,000 a year.
they were not rookies. Anyway, so the one guy, Steelers player, who actually his mother died of breast cancer. The women in his family have a long line of breast cancer. He is wholeheartedly of the opinion that proper prevention and checkups and whatnot could have avoided this entire thing. So he has personally paid for over 60 mammograms in his city, which is fantastic. That's great on him. He requested
What's
to...
his name? I don't remember which player it was. And you probably didn't look
I
it up.
can't remember.
Might have been Le'Veon Bell.
Bam. That one. he requested to wear something pink on his uniform. Now, there are no pink colors anywhere in any NFL uniform. Obviously not the Steelers, black, yellow, white. The NFL recognizes Breast Cancer Awareness Month
by wearing pink gloves.
And they let you wear pink gloves. Sometimes I've seen pink socks,
And pink cleats.
Pink cleats. I don't know if he wanted to put something on his uniform or something on his helmet or just wear a pink wristband. The NFL said no. He said go to hell and did it anyway. Another guy.
I don't agree with him wearing pink, but
the whole breast cancer awareness campaign. Yeah, we've been over this. It's stupid.
It's not stupid. It's the fact that Susan G. Komen and most breast cancer awareness fucking companies are bullshit and they don't actually do anything.
That's what I meant.
But if we're going to go with pink is that color because that's what's recognized, then good. Maybe it would make somebody think, oh, hey, I should probably go get that checked out.
Yeah.
So good on him and fuck the NFL. You guys are dirty bastards and that's super not cool.
There was another player who wrote something, I don't know, polite and inspirational on his the black strips under his eyes.
Oh yeah. All right.
Also fined. I can't remember
Was it
what.
the Bengals player?
I
don't
think so.
Because one of them he wrote his daughter's name in Strong or whatever
Hang
because
on.
she had cancer.
I'm getting there.
Oh.
So this other player, I honestly, I'm shitty with names.
Was he a Steeler? I know. I kind of remember who you're talking about.
Somebody got in trouble for another uniform violation because they were honoring somebody who died. Last season, there was a very public issue, a public bout with cancer. This player's daughter,
Devin Strong.
Yeah.
who died, unfortunately.
What? She didn't die. She's still alive.
Did she?
Sure, she did not
Yeah,
die.
she's still alive.
No.
No, she hasn't passed away.
Never mind.
Devin
That's
Strong was released from the Bengals, but she didn't pass away.
the other guy. Then
Okay.
somebody died, and that's what it was. So he, for most of a season, adjusted his uniform to honor, his kid fighting cancer. And the NFL was like, yeah, let's make a commercial too. Like, this is a big deal. Let's get behind this. This is good. We need to show that we support these things. But now they're fining players this year for the same fucking thing.
If it's something that they can market.
And that's exactly the point that was brought up, is that if they can exploit it, they're going to.
And that's because Devin Strong with his daughter, they made special
Devin
jersey.
Still.
Oh, Still, sorry. Devin Still with his daughter.
What was his daughter's name?
Leah Still. She's alive. She's made a 180 recovery and completely. She's on a cover of a Wheaties box now.
Their entire campaign was Leah Strong, I think.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Leah Strong was on the
Yeah.
But
grease.
so they had Devin, what did you say, Still jerseys up where they basically claimed 100% of profits went to helping his daughter and cancer research. The jerseys were like $30 each, and they actually came out with the article about it as on this same topic, basically. And that is, on a $30 jersey, they basically gave $25 to the research, claiming that the jersey actually took $5 to make.
It was William Gay
He was the guy with the...
who got fined.
Okay. But, so they basically said that $25 was going to the foundation, and then $5 was what it cost to make the jersey. And then it came out later that to really make the jersey, it cost $1.25, but they can't freely put the NFL logo on a jersey because that's not the way the NFL works. So $3.75 from each jersey was going to the NFL.
Yeah. By the way, both Steelers players, D'Angelo Williams and William Gay, $5,700 fine, which honestly, over the course of a season might matter, but I don't think they give a shit.
They clearly don't. And the one thing that I will bring up in regards to this, I know how anti-religion you are, but John Kitna was the quarterback for the Bengals. John Kitna was a man of great faith, spoke openly about his faith in Jesus. So much so that when you go into your post-game interview, you have to wear an NFL official hat representing your team. It's mandatory. And you can't skip post-game interview because it's a fine if you do.
Unless you're, what is that guy's name?
Marshawn Lynch.
No, there was a guy. Basically, he went to the post-game interview and everything
Greg
they
Hardy.
said. Yeah, Greg Hardy. He said,
No comment. Next question. But he still went.
Next question.
He still went.
To 10 different reporters in a row. They'd be like, hey, how do you think? No comment. Next question. Thank you all for coming out.
That was this week.
What a dickhead.
But I mean, like, that he still went. But anyways, This was 10 years ago, and John Kitna didn't want to wear an NFL hat. He wore a cross hat, like a hat with a cross on it. And every game he did that, he got fined $10,000. And I mean, John Kitna at that time was probably the lowest paid quarterback in the league. So I mean, $10,000.
It's just bullshit.
It's the NFL having complete 100% control over everything.
Oh yeah, I mean it's like when
And if they could sell D'Angelo Williams, is that what you said his name was?
Yeah.
D'Angelo Williams. If they could sell D'Angelo Williams' mother passing away on a jersey or a T-shirt or anything like that, then they would approve it.
yeah,
But they can't.
the branding thing is out of control. I mean it's like what teams or what team?
I mean, I still think it's hilarious that, and obviously you're not too into this, but real quick before you interject, the NFL is a nonprofit organization that doesn't pay taxes.
So I got some of my facts twisted up. I'm going to go ahead and correct them. D'Angelo Williams, on his eye black, it was printed, Find the Cure. Fined $5,700. William Gay wore purple cleats, which is apparently the color for domestic abuse, domestic violence awareness. Also was fined. His mother was killed by his stepfather, and he's apparently been very vocal about the cause, like forever. And while people were getting the spotlight, not necessarily for themselves, but for the things they believed in, a simple thing on my uniform. Obviously, I stick out. Somebody's going to ask me why, and then I can use my fame to do something good for the world.
Bring awareness.
And then instead he gets hit with a $5,000 fine. That's an awful lot like Patrick Stewart holding up that sign that said, since apparently no one wants to listen to anyone who's not an old white man, I'm an old white man going to tell you this shit has to stop.
I didn't see that.
Fuck yeah.
I thought you hated Star Trek.
Yeah, Patrick Stewart's still a boss.
Yeah, it's I don't know, branding and controlling in that way is outrageous. Obviously, to a much lesser degree than that. Like, I don't know what basketball team Michael Jordan owns.
Wizards.
Well, one of his players, I guess, really likes some other shoe brand that's like always been his brand. And when he gets off the court, he puts these other shoes on, and every single time that he does, he gets fined. Because people catch him getting on the bus and stuff wearing this other brand of shoes, and they're not Jordans. And he gets fined every single time.
That wouldn't be a league thing, though.
I know, but for wearing a pair of fucking shoes.
Seems this keeps happening to the Steelers. Cam Hayward was fined after his father died on his eye black, on one eye iron and the other one head. His dad was Ironhead.
That was the one that I actually
Hayward.
saw. I didn't see the other one.
He died of cancer in 2006, so he did that. He was fined. They apparently said he also had one that said tackle cancer. Apparently the NFL says it's cool to wear eye black so long as they provide the eye black.
Well, fuck you, NFL.
Yeah, that's really fucking cold.
I'm going to call you out on Twitter every day now because you're terrible people.
Apparently, Hayward racked up $17,000 in fines.
Let's write the NFL really nasty letters. I think we should do
Roger
that.
Goodell gets enough nasty letters from Tom Brady.
Everybody here, everybody listening to this, write the NFL a nasty letter and tell them what a bunch of fuckheads they are.
Look, it's not like they're out there with goddamn swastikas on the uniform promoting something bad. For fuck's sake, like these are not well, they're star players, sure, but they're not Tom Brady. They don't get their interviews televised. They don't get commercials. They don't get
Deflategate.
Yeah, fuck Tom Brady.
Fuck Bill Belichick.
Yeah, fuck Bill Belichick. They don't get the time on TV. They don't get the press. So what are they going to do? They're going to be on TV for 4 hours. They're going to draw attention to something so that you have to ask so that they can do the right fucking thing. Why is that bad? Because the NFL has to have omnipotent fucking control.
Because they should be doing that outside of their workplace.
Oh, fuck that. Fuck that. I hope the NFL comes back and is just like, hey, look, we hadn't considered why all this was done. We're going to take it all back, and we're going to donate some money. We're sorry. I mean, on one hand, you have to have uniform rules. Not everybody can just be wearing any fucking thing. But I feel like so long as it's not, like, stitched onto your jersey. Like,
Yeah, when you said that they were trying to, but it sounds like most of them just wanted to wear fucking eye black with words in it. Like, they're not defacing.
It's totally affecting the opposite players because while they're supposed to be playing the game, they're accidentally reading the two words and trying to make it out. And you got a bunch of offensive linemen that can't read, so they're trying to figure out what. Obviously, I'm joking.
yeah. Anyway, that's all I had on that.
Okay, Logan, you can open your ears back now. We're done with sports.
Pussy. I happen to be scrolling through Facebook, as I do.
Often.
And I saw a sponsored ad for Flo the Progressive Girl, which apparently people on my friends list have followed that page. It was her in like gothy makeup because it was Halloween. I didn't listen to the ad because it was stupid, but I rolled past it and she had black lipstick on this time, and I was just like, what the fuck?
She was hot.
It's a better look. She had like emo bangs. It was interesting. So
That's why we're talking about this.
No. This gets really fucking good because I screen capped it because this post has since been taken down. Obviously, there's like 1,000 posts on the page. The top post on the page, because she had commented back from this page, or she or someone on behalf of her had commented back, was pinned to the top. Someone said, "I love you, Flo. Will you marry me?" She said, "On a scale of baby elephant to Eiffel Tower, how big will the wedding cake be? This is important." That's a funny interaction.
That is a hilarious interaction.
It gets better. The following comments from someone else, not even the original poster here. "However big you would like it to be, smiley face." A Cody Williams writes, "As big as D's nuts." But it gets even better because the next comment, "Does she do anal?" Oh wait, it gets better because the next post on here is, "Not before you name your price." With a name your price tool, you can.
I mean, I got it.
Yeah. Does she do anal? Yeah, fucking Facebook and the internet, Twitter and all this has made it so easy to fuck with large companies.
So we're talking about this again because you thought Flo was hot as a goth chick.
And because you thought this was kind of funny.
I think it's hilarious that someone actually commented on that.
No,
and then,
the best ones are people who were pretending to be Target.
oh, those are good too.
No,
Those
those
are
are fucking
hilarious.
golden. It's like some people are just like, you know what? Fuck you.
Does she do anal? Like, I couldn't even handle how stupid that was.
Well, does she do anal?
I don't fucking
Maybe you should
know.
tweet at Flo and ask
I'm
her
sure
if she does anal.
anal. I don't think she can get through one of those Progressive commercials without doing anal while she's doing the commercial.
All right, you're
Heyo.
fucked up. We got a couple more things. The Drake memes are out of control.
I said all I said was I'm sick and tired of seeing them because of this
in the highlight bling.
Shut the fuck.
They made him
up.
Fruit Ninja on their own Facebook. Spliced it together so that when he was waving his hand back and forth, it was chopping fruit as if he were.
I mean,
Fruit
I
Ninja.
saw him literally playing basketball and then getting
I saw clipping somebody's hair.
arcade owed and then raking leaves and then sweeping hair at a barbershop.
Dealing cards, throwing like low punches at Ryu.
I saw that.
It's getting ridiculous.
You know what else I'm fucking sick and tired of? Every fucking video.
John Cena?
Yeah, fucking John Cena.
I love it.
Oh, did you have that written down?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought you had it written down. You just
Oh, fuck that one. No, it just... I never thought of this scene before. Now let's find out who this masked goblin actually is, Scoob. They pull it off. John Cena! It's fucking Jesus Christ.
I love the Pokemon ones. Who's that Pokemon?
I don't know. There's a couple that are absolutely hilarious and actually get.
It's like when they used to put Randy Orton and make him RKO everyone.
I mean, those are funny too, especially the ones where like literally somebody is literally falling
Yeah,
in
he's
a
just like,
perfect RKO form. Like skate kids that are like skating and they fall like face plant forward and it's just the RKO.
Or the guy who was doing the pommel horse and just jumped like 20 feet into the judge's stand instead. No? Okay. You do the springboard off the pommel horse. You springboard and then you put your hands on the pommel.
yeah.
And you flips and shit. He timed it wrong and just shot like 10 feet in front of it instead and crashed into the judge's table.
I was
That's
watching
fake.
someone do that the other day, and they ran right into the pommel. They forgot to jump. They just ran right
I
into
saw
it.
the one that I saw yesterday was pretty funny, and it was a video, and it showed this dude like robs a fucking store, and he runs to leave the store, and he runs to the wrong side of the sliding door, and like runs through it, and then they re-show the clip, and it's literally like RKOing through the door.
God damn it. Yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of impressed with the internet on the Drake memes.
I'm not. They're so.
I think it's.
I hate Drake so much. Period. Like
I don't hate that song. I think it's a
I
pretty
hate
good
the
song.
song because of the video.
on myself.
I think the video's retarded, but
I mean, like, I don't know. He literally. I know this is a shitty thing to say because I've never actually watched
He's bluish.
Degrassi, however you
He
say
should
it.
also be in a wheelchair.
I mean, like, he literally looks like while he's dancing that he literally got shot in the back.
he's Wheelchair Jimmy all over again.
Aww.
And I never watched that show, so I only know that in context of like
Wheelchair
Facebook memes
Jimmy.
and stuff.
Oh, Wheelchair Jimmy.
I don't know. I think he's one of the worst rappers out there right now.
I don't even think he's a rapper, for
Yeah.
real.
He's the worst R&B artist.
He's
I don't
that
think
weird
that's true.
mix right now. Because he raps and then he sings part of the rap.
Yeah.
But he's not like Flo Rida, because Flo Rida just like sing raps through songs. Like the same fucking cadence every song. It's really annoying.
Only thing I know about rap right now is ever since it happened like a month ago, I've been waking up with bad dreams.
About Pitbull.
No, because 3-6 is not. The dude from 3-6 passed away.
Oh, yeah, he did.
And they're not 3-6 Mafia anymore.
No, now they're like 2-6 Mafia.
I think they
2-4
changed their
Mafia.
name to The Mafia 3-6.
I think it's just 3-6.
Whatever. It's just like T.I. can't decide if his name's T.I. or T.I.P.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Diddy went through a crisis. Puff
His
Daddy,
is like on
Diddy.
a 10 to
P.
15
Diddy.
year thing. He rebrands himself so people will pay attention, and it stopped working.
Well, it was stupid.
Anyway.
Puff
There was
Daddy.
Puff Daddy,
Next
Sean
topic.
Puffy Combs, P. Diddy,
Sean P.
Diddy.
Diddy.
Diddy. Yeah.
Anyways, all his shit sucks.
Shit. Not in like 05.
No way.
P. Diddy was on fire.
Oh, definitely not 05. No Way Out is like the only good
fire.
Puffy record.
Really? The saga continues?
No.
Record was dope.
No, it sounds like shit.
All right.
Oh my god.
Next, you're going to try to tell me Jay-Z is a good rapper. Jay-Z is the worst lyricist of all time. Of all time.
It would have been funnier if you stayed with JC, because JC would imply that it was the dude from NSYNC.
No, Jay-Z. Somebody tried to tell me the other day he's in their top 5 rappers of all time, and I said, you're a fucking idiot.
Well, I mean, Dr. Dre didn't write his own songs. So.
Okay, that's fine, but he still wrote his own beats.
Kinda. So you wanted me to write down The Walking Dead?
Yeah, Brandon and Michaela watch The Walking Dead.
And we're apparently faggots for it.
And you're apparently the F word for it.
Yeah, we're bad people because we like a television show.
That sucks.
Okay.
And is a waste of goddamn time.
You smoke cigarettes.
Okay.
Don't tell me anything about wasting anything.
Okay, well, me smoking cigarettes is more enjoyable than you watching The Walking Dead.
I doubt it very much.
The Walking Dead is stupid. As a TV show. It's a great graphic novel. It's a horrible TV show. Read books, kids. Don't watch TV.
How come is it that only the people who are diehard Walking Dead graphic novel fans are the ones so fucking pushing up their glasses angry? They get the storyline wrong. Shut the fuck up. Just shut your fucking fat fucking mouth. They weren't supposed to be the same.
My mouth isn't fat.
Shut up. They weren't supposed to be the same. They're different things.
They should have been the same.
Do you think every comic book movie should be the exact same fucking story?
It should, but it's not. And
then they would only be able to make one movie.
That's why the comic books are better than the movie.
They should stop remaking Spider-Man.
That for sure.
I'm tired of seeing Uncle Ben die.
Well, they didn't.
He's not dying in this new one.
It's Sinister Six. You're gonna like it.
Depending on which ones, because I heard they chose 2 that aren't in the Sinister Six.
You guys are gonna just ruin everything.
Because it's comic books and serious.
Yeah, I know, but who wants to keep watching Uncle Ben die?
I don't. I didn't want to watch Uncle Ben die when I read the comic book when I was 5
it
years
made me
old.
cry.
Doesn't make me cry. Well,
it made me really upset.
In The
I
Amazing Spider-Man,
cry.
it makes me cry.
It made me really upset. I was like, but
I mean, you know what's going to happen.
Uncle Ben and Spider-Man 1 with Tobey Maguire.
Not when you read it the first time, idiot.
Oh, okay.
Anyways.
Don't spoil The Walking Dead. If you're a fucking graphic novel elitist, do me a favor. Fist your shelf. Shut the fuck up.
Fist your shelf.
I will fist my comic book shelf.
That's well.
God damn it. Anyway, just shut up. Just shut the fuck up.
The show sucks.
No one gives a fuck what you think.
Okay, no one gives a fuck what you think.
Except it's the highest rated thing on television, so clearly I'm with the majority on this one.
Okay, and the majority is retarded.
Okay, fine, whatever.
The majority is retarded. And normally you are not a part of the majority, but in this aspect, you're a part of the majority.
They just happen to make something so good that people had to hate it.
So bad that people hate it.
How many people do you know who hate the Lakers? How many people do you know who hate the Red Wings? How many people do you know that hate the fucking Yankees? Want to know why? Because they win all the fucking time. Now, the only problem I have with
a bunch of bitches.
The only thing I have against the Yankees is that for some reason there was no salary cap in baseball, and they had more money, so they bought all the good players.
Okay, but this year the Dodgers had the biggest salary.
Right, but that's why the Yankees won for like a decade.
Yeah.
Now you can't say shit about the Lakers. They just fucking won a lot. They were just good.
Kobe Bryant's a bitch.
Kobe Bryant is a bitch. Aww. Beside the point.
Detroit Red Wings, fuck them.
I mean, yeah, I don't like the fucking Red Wings either. Now, people will go, well, what about the Patriots? Well, the Patriots are a bunch of fucking cheaters. So
yeah, fuck the Patriots.
If you've been caught 4 different times doing something nefarious that ended up in you winning the game, look, dude, it's not a fucking coincidence anymore.
I don't even think that's the Patriots. That's just Bill Belichick.
Yeah, he's a cock.
Fuck the Patriots.
Because, I mean, you know Gronkowski don't give a fuck.
He is too retarded. I'm not even going to talk about that. We didn't pause and say, Logan, this is not for you. But, I mean, like, I'm trying to think of somebody dumb that we all like. Danny Dawes has the IQ of 142 compared to Rob Gronkowski.
Jesus Christ. Gronk's the man. Get off his balls.
He's fucking retarded.
Anyway.
He is so mentally challenged. I could have a better conversation with a turtle that had passed away last month.
Some things are so popular that people have to hate them.
Okay.
The Walking Dead is great.
Taylor Swift.
I don't hate it because it's so popular. I hate it because it doesn't follow one of the greatest graphic novels of all time. And I know you said that the first thing you ever read was that, but the first thing I ever read on it was, hey, first season, we're going to keep it with the first graphic novel. And the first 3 episodes stay with the first graphic novel, and then it goes away from that. And then I got mad and I stopped watching.
They had to keep the intro story. They're going to introduce the story the same. Every Superman movie is going to have the same beginning. Every Batman
That's why every Superman
reboot
movie sucks.
Well, yeah, but
Batman somehow gets away with it.
They had to start the same. It was very clear from the beginning they were not going to be the same. It's a completely different thing.
Now all I can think about is Val Kilmer in a Batman suit.
So blow it out your ass. And definitely, if you're one of those people who goes, they didn't do this part right, and then starts spoiling shit for people, just punch yourself in the face.
Okay, well, I'm not spoiling anything for you.
I know, but there are people out there.
Don't be a douche bucket.
There are people. There are people among us going, nah, yo, did so and so die yet? I'll bet they didn't do it right, and then fucking spoil the next episode because they read ahead. Don't be a dick. Just don't be a dick.
Okay.
People are dicks. Anyway.
Spoiler alert, Brandon dies tomorrow.
Amen.
So there was a guy on Levitard today. Apparently a bunch of...
Is this more sports?
No, that's just where it starts.
Okay. Logan, this is only half sports. Learn how to stop being a pussy on stage.
Ricky Williams, among other people, have started a coalition for athletes campaigning to use, like, officially recognize weed as medicine.
Okay. I mean, that makes sense.
Because one guy got a really traumatic head injury, and the pain pills and all this they gave him were much worse. No shit. And apparently weed made his whole life better. And we wouldn't have concussions anymore if there were weed. And we wouldn't have broken bones if there was weed. If the NFL would just come out and say that weed is the greatest medicine ever, then there would be no problems ever in football.
Okay.
There wouldn't be any fucking football, first of all.
Oh, God. Can we not have this
Plenty of people
conversation?
that play football smoke weed. Here's the thing that I have to say, and the only thing that I will say about this. The first time you get caught with weed in your system as a football player in the NFL, it's a fine. The second time you get caught with weed, it's 4 games.
Ricky Williams.
The third time, it's a season.
Ricky Williams.
Yes. However, the first DUI you get is a game. The second DUI you get is a game. The third DUI you get is a game.
It's not linear. That doesn't make sense. I'm with you on that. So part of the other way this goes is that everybody's decided that there will be no depression or pain or anything like this if you just start giving everybody weed.
No, they're just saying that it's proven that medical marijuana does assist in previous head trauma patients.
Those studies are really skewed.
No, we're not getting in this conversation
Anyway.
because you just don't like it because it's weed.
But the fucking studies are always conducted by really shady organizations who skew the facts.
That's not true.
Really?
That's what they said originally. That's what the NFL originally propaganded as the doctor that came out with concussions lead to this.
Anyway, where I'm going with this is that there's all these kids now with epilepsy and attention deficit problems and all these other disorders, and they're going, yeah, we just give them THC oil and the problem solved. You cannot give a adolescent child a hallucinogen and expect them not to be fucked up later.
It's not a hallucinogen.
It is a hallucinogen.
It's not a hallucinogen.
It is a hallucinogen.
Marijuana is not a hallucinogen.
What do you call it?
THC is not a hallucinogen.
What do you call it?
It's not a hallucinogen.
There's only certain classes of
Michaela,
drugs.
what is it? It's not a hallucinogen.
What, marijuana?
Yeah.
It's
not a hallucinogen.
It's
You
not a
don't see
depressant.
shit. So you're saying there's only 3: depressant, hallucinogen, and narcotic?
narcotic. It means that it's fucking narcotic has nothing to do with the effects. There's uppers and downers, hallucinogens, depressants, stimulants.
It's a stimulant.
Cocaine, meth.
No, I said it's a stimulant.
Weed is a stimulant. Yeah, because
It's a stimulant and a depressant.
no, it's a fucking hallucinogenic drug. Mild hallucinogenic drug, but it's a hallucinogenic
It's no
drug.
more hallucinogenic than taking a fucking sleep aid.
Okay, fine. That's not the point. You cannot give a 6-year-old child THC oil to cure their epilepsy and then hope that in 20 years they're not fucked up. That's going to fuck with their brains. Okay, fine. Full-grown people, well, I hate the word experimenting with drugs. You're being a fucking shithead. You're not experimenting. You're not documenting your results in a lab book and then fucking filing it away. On a full-grown, developed mind, you can't get children high.
But you don't know what the outcome is.
No, but in
Because
20
there's-
years, these kids are all going to be fucked up.
Okay,
Guarantee
but in
it.
20 years, these kids are going to be fucked up whether they've done drugs when they were 6, 15, or never.
Yeah, I mean, if you have epilepsy, yeah, you take your whatever medication they give you when you're epileptic. I have no idea. Anti-seizure stuff. Probably the same as they give post-traumatic stress people.
We will argue about this for 200 hours, and we're not doing it. So
You cannot give children concentrated
you give
THC.
children more fucked up shit.
Okay, Ritalin's fucked up too. I don't think you should give children Ritalin.
Okay, but we do, and
Well,
it's
we shouldn't.
100% okay in this society.
No, that's the
I
problem.
think marijuana is 10 times.
Less harmful
Yeah.
than Ritalin.
Yep.
On a 6-year-old.
Yep.
Absolutely.
6-year-old.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because you can get addicted to Ritalin, and you can't
Ritalin.
get addicted to marijuana.
Chemical dependency.
Would you get back on your mic?
I'm so tired.
You cannot give hallucinogenic drugs to children.
First
Not a
off, marijuana.
hallucinogenic drug.
Yes, it is.
No,
No,
it's
it's
not.
not.
No,
What
it's
is
not.
it classified as?
It is classified as a depressant and a stimulant because it heightened your heart rate and it also toned you down. So it is a stimulant and a depressant.
Not a hallucinogenic.
It is not a hallucinogen.
that's
Since fucking
LSD
when?
It doesn't make you
and-
it has nothing to do with any kind of classification for hallucinogen, and actually because it's naturally occurring. P.S. In case you were late on that train, it's really hard to be classified as a drug to begin with. Like medically, almost impossible to be classified as a drug.
Because it's the only thing that is grown naturally, and like everything else is made. Heroin is made. Cocaine is
Manufactured.
manufactured. You have to take a certain part of a plant, but you still have to add stuff to it to make it cocaine. Crack is made. Ritalin is made. Percocets are made. Fucking Advil is made.
It's not just grown. You couldn't just put it in your backyard and be like, all right.
Technically, if you don't add all that shit to cocaine, you just got really strong fucking coffee.
What about
Opium?
opium?
You still have to change it chemically for heroin.
But not just straight opium.
No, not just straight opium.
You just smoke the shit.
Or
That's
most
naturally
people don't-
occurring, and that's apparently a good idea.
no.
Considering the opiate painkillers are the bane of everybody's fucking
Okay, opiate
existence now.
painkillers
Yeah,
aren't
but-
natural opium.
There's
They add
additives
chemical
to
shit
that.
to that.
It's the same fucking
No, it's
drugs.
It's fine that you believe that no one should be altered in any way.
And here's another fucking thing. Even if you disagree that we should be giving kids weed, which just say that out loud to yourselves.
I'm not disagreeing that we should give kids, or I'm agreeing that we shouldn't give kids weed, but I'm also saying we shouldn't give kids half the shit we give kids.
Fuck no.
No,
I'm
I
with you on
absolutely
that.
believe we should give children THC oil. 100%.
And you don't
Anti-
think they're going to be brain dead by 20?
No.
I hope every one of those kids comes out a fucking mutant just to prove you wrong.
Well, they
I mean,
came
that's
out
fine.
a mutant at
I hope
birth.
the FDA is shut the fuck
Except
down
for
letting
other
this happen.
countries already don't criminalize drug use and have.
Do they give it to children?
And they've tested. Yes, Brandon, they've tested THC oils. It's not the same as sitting down and lighting up a fucking joint.
It's the same
There are-
chemical.
No, and if you are going to boycott so heavily against marijuana and you're not standing at the FDA's door every day complaining about the awful shit that they allow,
I don't take
then
any of it.
It doesn't matter. Your point is invalid. It is invalid.
That's not fair.
It is fair.
They put way more fucked up shit in the food we eat every day than is in marijuana. Both me,
There are more
and
carcinogens
you.
in the fucking meat that you eat.
Don't start that shit.
There are.
Don't fucking start because one viral video came out
Nope.
and said that red meat is poison in your stomach and causes cancer.
There's okay.
It-
Everything
I've
fucking
been telling
causes
you that
cancer.
since, or when I started changing my diet.
There is more fucked up shit in your 2 liter of Sprite than there is in a fucking marijuana plant. Starting with your high fructose corn syrup.
I'm not saying it's good for me.
Okay, it's just as
And
bad,
sugar
if
is more
not
addictive
worse
than cigarettes.
marijuana.
In case you didn't know that too.
So is Taco Bell.
Yeah, but sugar is a more addictive substance than cigarettes.
Yeah, but it doesn't make anybody stupid.
Well, I mean, no, but
Cigarettes
it
don't
makes
make
you
anybody
fat.
stupid.
Weed does, dumbass.
Okay, well, she just brought up cigarettes.
I don't
and
get-
weed doesn't make everyone stupid.
See, you know what's funny is that everybody brings up, yeah, well, look at so-and-so. He's smart and successful. You talk to him all the time. He's a smart guy. I'm not saying he's not a smart guy. I'm saying he could have been a fucking rocket engineer if he weren't a fucking loser.
No, you just...
He could have
can't.
done better with his life if he weren't a dopehead.
If he didn't wanna
but at
smoke
the same
weed.
time, you could go the other way. If he didn't calm himself down with that weed because he needed to, he could be in prison right now
Needed
for killing people.
to.
Or maybe he couldn't concentrate. And they would have never gotten anything done ever. Ever. You know they use THC
At the end of the day,
oils.
you're still just judging other people.
Yeah, basically.
Who gives a shit?
Me.
If you want to complain,
You're going to make my race worse.
your
You're
race,
making this species worse.
Okay, species is fine, but not this race.
Human race.
Okay, at least clarify. We're
That's
in the
why
middle of
I
a
did.
race war.
I did double up.
We're in a race war.
But you're making my species dumber. The Zoloft and the fucking Percocet and all that shit, it's all fucked up. Just stop taking all of it. Just fucking stop. Like,
Okay, so what-
everybody's like, yeah, well, they're so angry about weed, but they let you take fucking Vicodin, so don't take the Vicodin.
Okay, so
Problem solved.
What do you do? What do you do with people that are in serious pain?
Either put them in a coma or just deal.
That's trolling.
No.
And some people just can't deal.
Some people are put in medically induced comas because they're in so much trauma.
Okay, when they've had an actual traumatic event.
No, I don't mean like a psychological trauma. I mean like if your body is working too hard or your pain receptors are freaking the fuck out and you can't calm down and your heart's going to explode because you're in so much pain, they'll put your ass in a coma.
Okay, I understand that, but what about people that every day fucking have to deal with fucking arthritis and everything else?
So you'd rather be stoned and not get anything done.
There's plenty of people that get stoned and get a lot
THC
fucking
oil,
done.
first off, doesn't make you stoned. I don't know where you're getting your facts
THC
from.
is the drug in weed that gets you high.
No, it's
so
not.
how does THC oil not get you high?
Because it doesn't get you high. Go do research. Before you come back to this topic, go do some research.
Weed is weed. What's the fucking difference?
Very.
It's completely. There's
That's
like
like saying that-
15,000 different ways
that
to make
eating
THC.
Powdered caffeine has a different effect than drinking it.
Yeah, different methods
Has
of
a completely
intake
different
have a
effect than if
completely
you
different
snort
effect.
it.
It's the same fucking thing.
No.
No.
All right. Fine. I'm the bad guy for wanting to make the human
No,
race
but
better.
see, but when you become a defensive dick like that,
All you're being is judgmental.
that's when it becomes a problem. When you go, oh, I'm the bad guy, poor woe is me, I'm all alone, meh, meh, meh.
It's fucked up.
It's
I'm
fucked up
trying to
because
do the
people
right
don't want to
thing.
be in pain and they don't want to take addictive substances.
Don't
That's
take
fucked
anything
up.
then.
Okay, but they don't want to have to deal with that
Meditate, do
pain.
yoga.
We shouldn't have to deal with that pain.
Yoga's not a drug, do yoga. There's a fucking crippled guy who's walking around in stilts. He did DDP yoga. Holy shit, he's doing cartwheels now. If you're in that much fucking pain, find a way. Why is it always some chemical cure?
That's
One
not
is
a
not better
chemical
than the
cure.
other.
That's not. It's a natural substance. It's just like
Doesn't mean
eating
it's
a
not a
shit ton
chemical.
of vegetables.
It's a chemical reaction. It's chemical.
Well, everything's a chemical reaction.
I'm
You
aware.
being addicted to fucking soda and caffeine and
Coffee.
meat.
Not
and
addicted to caffeine.
You're
You
addicted.
are
You are.
addicted to
You're
caffeine.
addicted to
That's-
sugar.
That's funny. I've been drinking Sprite all night. and I
Okay,
feel
you're addicted
great.
to sugar then.
You're not going to have a coffee in the morning.
I might have a coffee in the
It
morning.
doesn't matter. You're addicted to
Coca-Cola.
sugar. There's no.
Oh, I hate Coca-Cola.
You know what I meant.
There's no difference.
Sorry, I was being
That is a
Canadian
chemical
and
dependency.
considering all soda pop.
If you want to
Coca-Cola.
throw it that way, your brain is chemically addicted to sugar.
We've already had this argument off topic and off this all the time. You're addicted to plenty of things, and you shouldn't worry about what other people are addicted to unless it's actually affecting
But it is.
your life.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
You wasting 5 extra seconds because the kid at the Arby's line is too stoned to take your order is 5 fucking seconds.
You also shouldn't
Calm
be at
the
Arby's.
Fuck down. You shouldn't be. There's only one type of roast beef you should be eating, and I'm not talking about it on the podcast.
Gross.
That's really disgusting. He's talking about Q's butthole.
No.
Woof. No, but that's just it. All of a sudden, everybody's just cool with weed, and then I gotta smell weed all the time, and then nothing's ever gonna get done, and I gotta deal with all these fucking idiots. And what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do when everyone around me is stoned all the fucking time?
Okay, not everyone around you is going to be stoned all the fucking
Really?
time.
They decriminalize weed. You don't think people who've never smoked before are just not going to just start?
No,
Because they are.
Actually, there's a great study that you should go look at Portugal when they decriminalized all drugs. Decriminalized them.
Yeah, and then there was a
No.
huge spike
No.
because there was no regulation, and then
There's
it tapered
actually
off.
a
No,
huge
there was a
decrease.
There was a mild spike in people from the ages of 18 to 25 who were testing, doing experimental drug phase, whatever you want to call it, and then no one after
Being
that. They
dipshit
said
teenagers.
after one try, most people never did it again because they got it out of their system. They just wanted to try it and not be penalized for it. We're never going to get rid of addiction. We're never going to get rid of all of the drugs that we have been exposed to. But you know what? If people want to use something that is already naturally occurring and is considerably less harmful than all the shit that we're pumping into everybody else right now that are addictive, please. Fucking please.
Then stay in your house and lock the fucking door.
No, you stay in your house and lock the fucking door.
I'm not the one with the problem.
Yes, you are.
I'm not the drug addict.
You're the minority.
Yeah, I'm the minority
You're
because
the minority.
I'm not a drug
No,
addict.
you're the minority because you're addicted to worrying about other people's shit. If they aren't asking you
If
for help,
they didn't come careening into my life with a foggy, stinky fucking
they're
fury,
not coming careening into
then
your
I wouldn't
life.
have a problem.
Where
If
do they
we
come
didn't
into
stink
your-
and it didn't make people stupid and it didn't make people so goddamn retarded that it pissed me off to the point where I wanted to smack them, it wouldn't be a fucking problem.
Where are they coming into your life?
Anytime, like fucking 6 times a day, I could point out
Where?
this person that
No,
I've
where?
interacted with
Where?
is fucking stoned.
Where?
Any gas station.
Okay, then don't go to that fucking gas station. You're careening into their lives.
It's
Sit at the fucking pump and pump your gas on your card.
I don't have a card.
Yeah, get a card.
I don't
Get
need a
with the
card.
times.
That's more American bullshit for you to buy into.
Get with the times.
With your fucking Zoloft
Fucking
and your
grow up, you
painkillers.
fucking 45-year-old fuck.
No, I pay for everything in cash. Fuck me for paying for everything in cash like a normal person.
That's not
That's
normal.
not normal.
I don't-
You're in the
nobody's fucking normal
minority.
anymore.
You're in the minority.
You card swiping, pill addicted, weed smoking weirdos.
Now you're generalizing and trolling at the same time.
Anyway,
I don't even want to get to our final topics.
fine, whatever. I'm just saying you can't give weed to children, and it's not a miracle cure to all the world's
I don't think you
ailments.
should give weed to children, but I think it's better to give THC oil, which you can actually do research on.
And you can monitor, and you can give in
THC
doses.
oil is what people put in their
and-
dabbers and get
No,
super
dabs
high.
and THC oil are two separate things.
They use THC oil.
Okay, they use THC oil, but it's not just THC oil.
What, do they flavor it or some shit?
No, they add fucking chemicals and other crap to it. It's not just pure THC oil. It's not directly from the plant.
THC oil, basically what it does, it numbs your nerves. That's basically what it fucking does.
Okay.
It doesn't make you high like when you smoke weed, but it numbs your nerves.
It numbs your nerves, and it also allows you to have an appetite, which is why it's incredibly beneficial for people who are in radiation and chemotherapy, for people who have anorexia, for people with multiple different diseases. Like, for example, for Q, somebody who's on dialysis. A lot of people who end up on dialysis are in extreme pain, and end up not being able to eat that often.
I'm gonna start smoking weed just to piss you the fuck off.
You smell like weed in my house, I'll cut your balls off.
Yeah, whatever.
But they can't.
I'm not fucking
Cigarettes
kidding.
smell like fucking weed.
They can't eat
You
or
bring
anything.
that stink into my house, I'll fight you.
Whatever.
And
And you won't be able to fight back. She'll be too high.
oh my god.
Hate crime, straight edge
Right?
versus Q stoned.
Exactly. Straight edge hate crimes. That's what we need.
That's fine. I'll just go hang out in Norwood and shave my head.
Okay.
Thank
Straight
God.
edge revenge!
That's cool. Actually, I'd like to see Brandon with a shaved head.
It's not a good look.
Do we have any pictures?
Oh, yeah, I can get you a picture.
Okay. Anyways, we're just always going to disagree on it. Like, you know me, like, I don't, like...
You think everybody should do whatever the fuck they want?
No, but I mean, like, I think you freak out about things that don't actually affect your life. And I know you're saying because you see this dude stoned out at the gas station working, that it's affecting your life.
Somebody I've never met, killing another person I've never met, has no bearing on my life. I still think it's wrong.
Okay.
Somebody going 100 miles an hour on the highway, on a highway I'm not on, in a state I'm not in a place I've never been. You still shouldn't do that. That's unsafe. There are things that you don't necessarily have to be firsthand interacting with to disagree with.
Okay, but I mean, there's plenty of...
I reserve that fucking right.
There's
You
plenty...
can reserve your right to disagree
There's
with
plenty
it.
of fucking things that I disagree with that I just keep my mouth shut about. Why can't you?
I mean, the deeper that I get into it, I disagree with you eating meat. I think it's fucking gross. But I'm not going to sit here and be like, ew, why would you even touch that? Why would you even pick it up? How about every time you do it, I'm going to remind you of all the terrible things that come with eating meat and all of the awful economic distress that it puts our world in and blah, 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 blah. You want to know why? Because that's your life. You do with it as you please. I'm going to continue eating the way that I eat.
And I'm
because it
going to
makes
step
me feel
outside
better.
when I have to smell your stupid fucking bacon.
I don't ever cook bacon.
But it's not my place to impose how I feel about that on you. At all.
Does me eating meat in front of you then make me act like a different person?
Yes. And you eating meat in front... Okay, if I smoked weed, if I lit up... Oh, first of all, obviously I won't. But if I lit up a joint right now, you actually think the smell of weed will make you angry.
I would kick you right in the face.
Okay.
I would Sparta kick your teeth in.
Okay, whatever.
I'm serious.
Okay.
I would kick you right in
When
the face.
I have to smell the meat you eat, I feel like I'm going to throw up. It's not the same thing, but I don't like throwing up. Like, there are some meats that I can deal with, but I mean, like, the occasional time when we get drive-thru on the way home from a dating show, and I have to smell you eating a fucking chicken sandwich from some shitty place, like, that shit is gross.
I think I got Sonic once.
Maybe. I don't know. It smelled bad. I remember that. I almost threw up. I had to light up a cigarette to block out the fucking smell of your meat.
That's a better smell.
It's better to me. I just think you care too much because you think...
It affects my life negatively. It is bad for the human race. It needs to be dealt with.
Okay, so when you deal with
slaughtering
weed,
animals.
what's next?
What?
So basically you just think everyone should think the same way you do.
Most people have agreed that murder's wrong.
Except for our government, which leads this country, believes that murder is okay if it's something that we can blame on a terroristic action.
But smoking marijuana and the use of the actual plant have been around, I mean, since the Egyptians.
Since the beginning of time.
Like, since they started using it
And
as...
you literally just said before this podcast that you think smoking weed and shooting heroin is this. You think shooting heroin is better than smoking weed.
Yeah,
Because it takes care of the problem on its own sometimes.
most of the time.
Sometimes. If you actually look at the number, it's probably less than a third.
Well, that's because all the cops are getting their fucking arms scratched off trying to administer an anti-overdose medicine. I gotta hand it to cops. I couldn't do it.
And some cops don't. Some cops act like they do, and they really don't administer the dose, and they just let the person die.
the way I see it, if you're to the point where you're addicted to heroin, you made a choice, and it wasn't an easy one.
What about the people that aren't addicted?
You don't want to go down this road.
That didn't make that choice.
What, somebody run up and stick you with a heroin needle?
I mean, all the sex slaves that are in this country are addicted.
Oh, that's a fucking out of left field, sad, depressing, different story.
No, that's probably about 20% of the people that are on heroin in this country.
I'm pretty sure most of it's just fucking frat boys.
No, most addictions.
Frat boys do coke, not heroin.
Most heroin addictions start in impoverished areas. We literally criminalize being poor.
Most heroin addictions start with, hey, I hurt my back at work. Now I can't work. Now I'm going to take a Vicodin. I just took 5 Vicodin. My pain's not gone.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to Oxycontin. I'm going to take 2 Oxycontin. That shit didn't work. My fucking insurance dropped me because I can't work right now. What's the next closest thing to Oxycontin? Oh, I got to pay $20 per pill on the street. I don't have a job. I can't do Oxycontin. What do you got? Oh, heroin? No, sorry, I can't do that. Oh, it's only $5. It'll get rid of my pain for an entire day? Okay.
Yeah, that's not how it got popular again in Cincinnati.
That's how it's been. That's how 90% of users use.
Except around here,
No, completely.
when
around
people
here,
started sniffing it up their nose because they decided that wasn't as bad for you. Because sticking a needle in your arm, that's passé. That's not cool. No, yeah, that's something dirty addicts do. That's something that needles. Oh, that's the problem with heroin, right? The dirty, infected needle holes and the track marks. You can totally tell. But if you blow the shit up your nose, it's just a different kind of cocaine at this point.
Or if you
and
can
they called
smoke it.
They called it doing dog, and then a dog turned into full blown heroin all over the fucking city.
Yeah, but
You can smoke it too. You know.
even still, a lot of heroin users start as poor people. That's just the fucking truth.
It's the cheapest drug to do.
You don't need to do drugs.
You don't need to do drugs.
That's why I don't.
Yeah, but that's because
no one needs to do
you
drugs.
found other ways to deal with pain, to deal with
Suffering.
depression, to deal with whatever the case is. And good on you, man. Great.
It wasn't that hard.
It doesn't matter.
It wasn't that hard for you.
Again, we come back around the circle of you have to learn how to understand where other people are coming from. They all didn't live your life. They've been poorer than you. There are people who have lived way harsher lives. There are people who have been raped by their fathers, who have done all kinds of crazy shit that happens in mostly impoverished areas. And you will never know that life. So for you to put judgment on them for getting addicted to a substance, it's not fair. It's bullshit. Now, if you look at someone like, I don't know, Kevin or something like that, and if he got addicted to coke, and you're like, okay, that was really irresponsible. Well, fuck yeah, it is irresponsible. He had all the money in the world. He could have got help, all kinds of shit. Fine.
That's probably why he's doing coke. It's because he has all the money in the world.
But there's no one to help these people. There's no one to help. Addicts don't just start doing drugs, in most cases anyway, just because they want to start doing drugs. It's usually because they're in pain, like Q said. Whether that be emotional or physical. They're usually just in pain. It's not because they're like, you know what? Let's get fucking crazy and do some heroin.
I mean, I deal with it every day. Like, I'm in physical and emotional pain every day. And you've seen me at my worst with alcohol, and I can't drink right now. But that doesn't mean I don't wake up every day and want to.
But doesn't it feel good that you don't?
Nope.
It hasn't started to feel good
I
yet.
hurt so bad.
It doesn't feel
I
good
can't
yet.
take any fucking medicine except for Excedrin once a week. I can't have a shot just enough to take away the pain. I mean, like,
So it's not set in yet.
what do you mean?
That feeling of knowing you beat it on your own.
I didn't beat it. I'm dealing with it. You don't beat alcoholism. You deal with it for the rest of your life.
No. You beat the urge, the pain, the thing in you that says, "Be a pussy and take the easy way out." That thing in you that says, "Hey, something in my brain said do something fucked up," and you said, "Ha! I'm tougher than that. Eat my ass." I beat it. You haven't gotten there yet, have you?
No, because I still smoke every day.
Because every day this is going to sound cliche as fuck, but you won't hear this from any other straight edge kid. Every goddamn day, I thank every cell in my body, anything I can fucking pray to, anything I can count on, promise to, whatever. I am so grateful that I can get through an entire day without a major chemical dependency.
Besides caffeine.
No, sugar.
I'll
not
go
caffeine.
days without caffeine. I don't
He's
give a
addicted
shit.
to sugar. Absolutely.
Like I'll switch to ginger ale for
Actually,
the next
aren't
6
you more
months.
addicted to carbonation for some reason?
It's the bubbles. Honestly,
He's addicted to the bubbles.
I
Brandon, what do you want after sex?
sugar
Brandon, what do you want when you wake up in the morning?
to go back to bed.
Usually sugar.
No, I want eggs.
You always want sugar.
Do you eat
Literally
ketchup
always.
on your eggs?
No.
No
Sugar.
Ew.
What? Why not?
Ketchup on eggs. Fucking hillbilly.
What?
Scrappy do loving hillbilly
You
cocksucker.
Fucking
I like cheese on my eggs and a little bit of pepper. That's it.
and ketchup, or
No,
maybe mayo.
God, you fucking hillbilly. Anyway, in the morning, no, I can't have sugar in the morning. It makes me sick.
Okay, but you want sugar always.
No, honestly, I want bubbles. You take the sugar out of this, I'll keep drinking it.
No, you wouldn't.
If the fuck I won't.
You wouldn't.
I drink Mio all day at work. No sugar.
But it's got fake sugar in it.
Yeah. But it's not sugar. It's not
But
the
it's
same
a sugar
chemical.
substitute.
But it's not the same chemical. It
But
has
it's
the
because
same
same
effect.
you need the
chemical.
taste, though. It's like bloodlust, man.
Anyways, is there anything on there? Because I'm not ready. I don't want to argue about cops at this point. But is there anything else on there?
I mean, mostly cops.
We don't have to talk about movies.
On a super positive note, December 12th is the official RDK store opening.
Cool.
I don't have a time on that, but
Party.
look it up. Bring your guitars. Bring your basses.
Look up to a cab.
Plug into some shit. They've got some of their custom made heads. They're working on a lot of amps now. Plug in to all kinds of stuff, and hopefully you like something. They're gonna have. I mean, Corey's not been home for like 2 weeks. He's growing this big ass beard because he's working his ass off. But absolutely check that out. I am soon to be the owner of my own RDK cab. It is going to be sweet.
What image are you getting on it?
Transformers. A big fucking pot leaf.
I mean, same
I
thing.
hope so.
Either one makes you look like a chotch bag.
Yeah!
Blow it out your ass, all right?
All right, bye, friends.
Who says what?
We're leaving now.
We are leaving.
What, you guys are quitting on me?
Yeah. Happy Halloween.
Yeah.
I think my chotch bag closed it out pretty well.
Yeah, well.
Suck my balls.
I mean, we can do another one this week.
maybe
Probably
get-
show's talk about this
Talk
on the
about
podcast.
No, we
Podcasting
can
on
totally
a
talk about
podcast.
podcasting on podcasting.
Podcastception.
Shows coming up.
Oh, God, please don't recap this.
Come to the
Halloween's
Halloween
on
show.
Saturday for Reap and Sow. It's $10. If you see me at the door, it'll only be $5. I'll be dressed as Roger Rabbit.
Scaring the hell out of young
If you
people.
don't know who the hell Roger Rabbit is,
God bless your childhood. It wasn't ruined by that terrifying movie.
it's not terrifying.
It's a fucked up
It's the
movie.
best Christopher Lloyd movie.
It is a fucked up
way
movie.
better than Back to the Future.
Well, that's not saying much.
Okay,
Fuck you. You're the worst.
I like that movie.
Christopher Lloyd was great in that episode of Fringe.
I haven't started that yet.
He's just basically Doc Brown the whole time.
Okay, you want to talk about something real quick?
Sure.
What's coming back in February? The X-Files. All new series.
I didn't watch the X-Files.
Well, you are a fruitcake.
That music scared the hell out of me when I was little. Yeah.
I don't know. X-Files was great. It was like the one show that I could like stay up on Friday, like on Thursday or Monday nights or whatever.
It got the Friday night death slot.
Yeah, but like
And it still did well.
I could like watch it with my dad and like we both enjoyed it, and I don't know. It was like bonding time with my dad when I was a kid.
Yeah, I was like 6, and it scared the shit out of me. So
I was like 11, 10, so...
yeah, that music in general. And I had a bad experience with aliens when I was a kid. You know, they didn't like take me to their spaceship or anything.
Yeah,
but
they did. Probed you in the butthole.
That's why he's so angry.
Yeah.
My grandma
They
took
blew
me.
weed smoke in his face for 2 weeks straight.
And probed his butthole.
My grandma took me to see Independence Day when I was like 6 or 7,
What year were you born?
89.
Okay.
And like I was a little spooked by the aliens. And then there's the bit where they're trying to give the alien the autopsy.
Yeah, and he like comes out of the smoke.
And he like grabs his thing around, like the tentacle around the dude's neck, and like starts talking through him. I ran out of the theater screaming into the bathroom and pooped for like 45 minutes. It literally scared the shit out of me.
Wow.
And my grandmother was so mad because she didn't get to see the end of the movie, and she had to buy it on VHS when it came out because she wanted to finish it. And she didn't understand why I was scared.
I would
God,
have just
you
left
little
you in
poop
the
monster.
bathroom. I would have just left you in the bathroom.
Right?
I was terrified.
And
in like
Will Smith
7.
didn't make you feel safe?
I mean, every bit he was in was cool, but like,
Have you ever finished that movie yourself?
I've seen the very end. I think I've probably seen the whole thing in separate sittings, like at random.
Okay.
Just like I've never watched The Wizard of Oz all the way one end to the other, mostly because it's a deplorably bad movie. Fuck the both of you. It's
You
a
make
piece
me
of
want to
shit.
break all of your
It's
stuff.
a piece of shit.
It's a great movie for its
It is
time.
a piece of shit.
Whatever. You're probably a fucking
The
fruitcake.
story sucks.
You're probably a fruitcake that actually enjoys the sound of music.
Never seen The Sound of Music.
Okay.
Why does the story suck?
It's shitty.
That's it. That's all
It was
you
your
got.
imagination the whole time.
No, it's not.
Oh, just click your heels and you'll wake up back in your house.
Yeah, that's actually changing worlds. It's not her imagination.
Yeah, no, the whole thing's a fever dream.
No, it's not.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Have you ever read the fucking books?
Fuck no. Do I look like a reader to you? I read forums and blog posts. I read instruction manuals.
Speaking of which, when was the last time you posted a blog?
See, you're actually the problem with America.
You are! You're the fucking problem.
Oh, yeah, because if we all just sat around reading books and smoking weed, we'd get a ton of shit done.
No, but we'd all be smarter.
No,
all
you wouldn't be smarter.
Write
Because you'd be
books and
reading
smoke weed.
about the fucking Cheshire Cat and giggling at shit. Meanwhile, I'm learning things from other intelligent people
In
and
the
applying
end-
them
You
to
don't
my
talk
life.
to any intelligent people.
I read plenty of intelligent things on the internet.
No, you don't.
Really?
And
Really?
And what? Okay,
Really?
so you read about guitar pedals. Really, that's not applicable to anything important in the world.
And audio engineering.
That's still not important to anything in the world unless you're going to be the audio engineer on like a fucking documentary for penguins or something so that I can actually learn something. Other than that, useless.
Who do you think records all the music you listen to?
It doesn't matter who records it, but it's not useful to my life. It doesn't make a difference.
I mean, it helps me get through each day.
But it doesn't change the world. Musicians
don't-
can change the world. As people,
You don't think that records don't change? You think the
No.
records don't change the world?
absolutely not.
You're crazy.
No.
You're absolutely crazy.
I don't think, no, because musicians are selfish pricks and they don't use their money for anything good, so they're useless.
Okay.
Okay.
Except for Michael Jackson. But that's because he gave like $500 million to charities.
I don't know. I think we should
was my dude.
cut this off and
Pinch it off midstream and
pinch it off midstream.
And then Brandon's gonna go take a real 45-minute shit.
no, I'm good.
Yeah, he
not.
better not.
He
'cause
says that right
I'm gonna
now.
go take a 45-minute shower and run your guys' water bill up
there
a
you go.
dollar.
Oh, that's right. You
25.
still have to take a shower, don't you?
Yeah.
That's awkward.
Homeless weirdo.
Yeah, I better not come out of the bathroom and hear you guys fornicating,
No, not with you in the house.
because then I'll throw up.
I couldn't get an erection while you were in the house.
Thank God.
You're too close to my wiener.
What? His wiener senses are tingling. He knows people are in the house.
Anyways, at the end of the day, we're all chotch bags and we need to get the fuck.
God damn it with the chotch
We
bag.
all need to stop giving way too much of a shit of each other's lives, except for us three because we're obviously friends, but of other people that aren't in our lives.
I don't know. I don't really think I like you two anymore.
Good. Thank fucking God. I've been trying to figure out a way to make you dislike me.
I mean, you guys are in a relationship. You're not supposed to like each other.
I know. I feel like I'm married and I hate it.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess we're gonna get out of here.
Happy Halloween.
Yeah, that's in a couple days.
Adios.
All Saints Day.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Go fuck yourself.
So long.
If we don't talk to you by next
Farewell.
Tuesday, if you want to, you should go vote next Tuesday.
Don't vote. Your votes don't count.
Don't be a chotch bag.
And in case we don't see you, good evening, good
Vote
afternoon,
yes on
and good
3.
night.
Just kidding. Don't do that.
Totally fucked that up.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Da-da-da.
Bye.
Jim Carrey rules.
Bitches.
Do y'all just yell to try to get the last word in? Really?
Yes, and you keep fucking it up.
Well,
Boo, 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 boo.
yeah. See, the funny thing is I have the button.
Oi!
So.
Snickers.
What?
Snickers. I said Snickers.
Goodbye!